Hello. Hello. Hi, Gaines. Hello. Yeah, I think you joined in on the previous stream or the one before. But I think by the time I had a chance to reply to you, I think you were maybe gone. Anyway, the issue was, Gaines, for the past few weeks, hello everybody. Yeah, hello everybody. The issue was that my son was starting preschool, and so he was back home very early. And so basically I didn't have afternoons and evenings to stream. So I was streaming early on European time, which obviously for you is like middle of the night. So understandably, you haven't been able to catch those. No worries. My son has now adapted to the preschool, so kind of back to having some afternoons a little bit more free. There we go. So hello everybody. Hello. But yeah, otherwise all good Gains. I'm not sure when's the last time you were watching. We're actually triple multi-streaming now, streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick at the same time, so you can watch wherever you prefer. I'm multi-streaming everywhere. Don't worry, we're everywhere. Show us your mitigation with balanced mode and attack mode. All right, here we go. So we've got mitigation. In attack form, I have 2.1% mitigation, and in balanced, it's 2.62. And in defensive, it's 3.15. So 2.6, 2.1. Hello, good morning. Yeah, nice to see you as well, Gaines. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm obviously I'm still at the stages where I'm waiting for the rebalance. I was really sure that we're gonna get some news this week, but no, still no. But surely next week is the week. Like I can't believe I'm still saying it, but surely next week is the week. Anyway, as soon as the rebalance is actually here, or the test server, at least, we're going to be streaming more. So I'm sure I'll see you and all the other guys a lot more often, because I'll be very hyped and yeah, testing a lot. Julie Tips, I was occupied doing the best for test server to not have the hunt analyzer bug fixed. Yeah. Or the hunt analyzer bug is just so difficult to fix. Is it difficult to get access to Warzone 7, 8, and 9? Well, you have to be doing tasks, quite a lot of tasks, and you can't exactly do them solo either. So it's a bit of an annoying access, to be honest. You need to do it tasks for like 2 weeks or so, to be honest. So yeah, dev note next week as well as test server launch. More annoying than difficult? Yeah, it's not difficult. It's just a pain in the ass. Indeed. Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't even know what to say. Like, I've decided, by the way, this is the last stream until we get some more news. If there's nothing next week, I'm not streaming. I'm boycotting Tibia, dude. I'm boycotting Tibia and Tipsoft. Give me some news, or I'm not streaming. All right. So next stream we're gonna have is likely on the day that we get the dev note. Okay. So I guess I'll see you then. My guess is that it is going to be the dev note plus the test server next week. Maybe the dev note on Monday, test server on Tuesday. Maybe that's copium. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I thought I knew Tipsoft. Turns out I don't. What the hell are they doing? But whatever. I don't know what to say. You know, next stream when we get the dev note. Otherwise, I'm just not playing. You know. 30% from that 2.6% is worth to upgrade lesser gems. Yeah, exactly, right? I'm assuming you're the guy who I was talking about this on Discord earlier today, right? Yeah, the upgraded mitigation gems will actually be pretty good, right? But I think the default value is going to be the 2.1. It's not going to be the 2.6. I think after rebalance, you're basically going to be in like permanent offensive stance, I think. So it'd be 2.1. 30% of that is still, 0.63% or something. It's very, very good. Exclusive persist online streamer. Oh, can't really be bothered with persist online. They're not bringing enough changes. Persist online is nice, and I like playing it. But like considering where it is in development and like closed early, not even early access, they should be pumping out content and changes and breaking stuff like every week. Whereas they doing like they're like bloody Tibia, right? They're doing like they're fixing the fucking sand castles every Tuesday or something, right? It's they honestly the development pace of Persist Online is the same as the development pace of Tibia, which is just laughable considering where it is in the development life cycle. But whatever. whatever, right? Love the game, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know if they don't have enough manpower, whatever. I don't know why Tips Off is so damn slow at development, both in Tibia and Persist Online. Thank you, Blue Chaos. Thank you. Glad to help. We're gonna have plenty more after the rebalance, of course. All right. Okay, so plan for today will be to do yet another one of those wealth duplex type hunt. We did get that blemished spawn bounty. I'm not sure if I'll finish it. I don't think I'll finish it in one go. I think it's like maybe 350 per hour. So we'll do 1 hour on wealth duplex. I don't think I have any praise today, actually. I'm keeping this health layer. I have 33 prey cards. I don't know. I could consider getting something on the damage prey here, like the Eyeless Devourer or the Afflicted Strider, but not sure. Not sure it's worth, to be honest. And then after we do that, after we did a 1 hour here on the wealth duplex, which again I'm expecting to be over 10k profit in the hour, maybe we'll go on the sorcerer for a bit. Is it worth to hunt with full death as monk? No. The only time you go full death as monk is if you're bossing and it's a boss that you can't get in melee range for. So if you need to stay in a distance, you shoot in SDs, then you can be full death then. That's it. Hello, do you use on top replica? No, I do not use on top replica. I use Tibia Vision. It's basically on top replica, but specifically for Tibia. Have I tried to hunt Mitmars in the area where the Mystic Jaguar is spawning? I did around the time that Deeper Expan came out, and it wasn't very good. It's very difficult. Tibia Vision, yeah, I use Tibia Vision. Yep. It's very difficult to make a proper lap there. Like, it's doable if you want to do some bounty. If you're desperate, then yes, you can probably hunt in that section where the Mystic Jaguar spawns, but it's nowhere near as good as the two proper respawns, which are the Last Stand and the Occupied Sanctuary, right? Those are really good respawns. That's why people hunt there. And it's just not very easy to make a lap, a proper loop, a proper lap in the other section, right, between those. So not recommended. If you're desperate for a bounty, then I guess you can do that. All right. I think let's get started. It's all right. Okay. Do you have a character in Gladera? Nope. Nope, I do not. Where should a level 65 sorcerer hunt? Ancient Scarabs and Bone Beasts. Still the same. Still the same as years ago. All right. All right. Reset analyzer. Actually, we're going to reset the analyzer one more time after we pop the wealth duplex for a nice bait, you know. All right, let's pop it now. Wealth duplex used, 2.4k reset. Let's go. See what we can do in 1 hour. How did I upgrade my bounty talisman? No, I've been doing it pretty much even. So I went to 10%, 10%, 10%, 20% to start with. Then I got 20% damage because, yeah, damage is the best one. And then after that, I went for, now I'm upgrading loot. So right now I have 20% damage, 10% vampirism, and about 12% loot, I think, and 20% bestiary. I like doing it somewhat evenly, you know? I like all of the bonuses to some degree. Well, I do like damage the most, of course. Hey, Letiso. Hello. Why am I getting clowned? I haven't done anything. Where do most of your followers are from? I think Poland. I mean, it's a pretty even split of like just the Tibia demographics. I think Poland and Brazil are the two biggest ones, and then I probably have a slightly outsized following from the smaller countries like Sweden, etc. Which are primarily English speaking, right? Because there's a ton of Polish and Brazilian content creators and streamers you can choose from, like 100 different ones. Whereas if you are looking for an English stream, then you've got way fewer options. So I guess I have on average slightly more followers, not from those two main countries, but just through the nature of Tibia and most of the players being Brazilian or Polish, that is still ultimately majority of my following. I think it's like 30% Brazil, 30% Poland, and then the other 40% is just from like 15 different countries. Yes, duplex. Yep, we're doing duplex again. Wealth duplex. Should be about similar profit. I'm expecting around similar profit. Approximately 10K per hour. Spain, yes, there's like some people from Spain as well. Although Spanish people do also have some options for Spanish streamers. There's quite a few. But yes, I do have a bit of a Spanish following as well. Which monk item should I put tier first? Sanguine stuff. Sanguine stuff is going to be best in slot for a very long time. Plus, it's cheap. So yeah, tiering sanguine items I think is the best. Don't look at my Zawin chest box, okay? It's everything is in there. Everything that I may ever need. USA here? Okay. Yeah, I've got a few people from the US. I assume there's a healthy following of like Venezuelans and Mexicans who watch from the US when I look at my analytics. You're the best monk content, bro. Awesome, thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm not going to attempt your name. Thank you. Waiting for Svar to be constant from 1992. Yeah, I mean, to be honest though, I'm similar to Svar, right? I think Svar and me are both in a similar situation where we have actual jobs. We're not full-time streamers or anything, so it is hard. It is hard to be consistent. What do you think is a worthwhile respawn to hunt for 5x all vocation team with an average level of 700-ish? I think I would think Podzilla may be interesting, and Azilon Catacombs probably still interesting as well. Probably scales pretty well. And hell, at level 700, if you're doing 5-man gains, maybe even like Rotten Blood could be doable if you knew what you were doing. As 5-man, right? Presumably you'll have 2 healers for the EK. Maybe viable. I'm streaming now on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube at the same time. I'm multi-streaming. But thankfully, due to the policy changes from Twitch, we can have a combined chat. So you can see the whole chat on screen, even if you can't see it in the platform of your choosing that you're watching, or at least you can see all the comments. Although people are going pretty crazy with the comments, so the chat is moving a little too fast for me to catch all the messages. I'm sorry. I'm Monk 700. Where should I go for money? Warzone 7 and Warzone 9. There you go. You've got a prime showcase here. In addition to this, all the other regular profit spots like Falcons and Upper Rosh and Rosh West. All this stuff is still very, very good. Not going to be as good as Warzone 7 and Warzone 9. What's the number 2096 next to your character name? So this is a mechanic from this quest line and these hunting grounds. Basically, there's a time limit that you can hunt here. It actually translates to 3 hours a day. So you can only hunt in Warzone 7 to Warzone 9, 3 hours a day. That's it. If Warzone 7 is so much profit, why isn't it that popular? Depends on market price. Yes, it does depend on market price, and generally it's just not a very nice hunting ground. Like, people don't really like hunting here. The monsters do a lot of damage. They don't do very much. They don't give very much experience. The access is a little bit meh. But I do think that it's still underrated and people just aren't quite familiar enough with the profit yet. And of course, it is market driven. So if everybody started hunting here, of course, you'd run into an issue where the profit would go down a lot because there would be way too much supply versus demand, right? But at the moment, almost nobody hunts here. So it's still very, very, very profitable. Why is your profit like that? So this place is approximately 6KK profit per hour, give or take. Normally, but I've popped the wealth duplex, so I'm hoping to get like over 10KK profit or something like that. You're a software developer. How's the job market in your area? Let's just say I'm happy I don't have to be looking for a job right now. I hear it's not great. I'm very happy that I have a little bit of this content creation stuff going on the side so that if I lost my job, you know, I wouldn't be totally screwed. But yeah, I think it's not great. And yes, I use duplex. Yeah, we're on duplex right now. Duplex is only about 2.5KK. And the profit is, you know, about 6. So it's a no-brainer to use duplex here as well as at Warzone 9. Hopefully I have enough capacity to pick everything up when we use duplex at Warzone 9. We started running out of capacity towards the hour, but hopefully that won't be the case today. What items are market driven from this spawn? Thank you for the prime, Letiso. Thank you. We'll have to do a giveaway, won't we? Thank you, Letiso. Appreciate it. Can I get 25 TC to afford the boat? No. No boat costs 25 TC. Where are you from? I'm Polish. What items are market driven from this spawn? The creature products that are used in the weekly delivery. So this respawn, as well as Warzone 8 and Warzone 9, were both approximately all 3 of them. Thank you. Thank you for another prime sub. Let me see if I can read your name 1 second. Jobonator, thank you very much for the prime sub. Appreciate it. Thank you. So this Warzone 7, Warzone 8, and Warzone 9 were approximately 2KK profit per hour before the winter update. However, all 3 of those respawns got a lot of creature products added to the weekly deliveries. And because they drop quite rarely, and it's a spot that nobody really hunts, those items are worth like 30, some like even 50K a pop. Sir Gaines with 5 gift subs. Thank you, Gaines. Thank you for the big gift drop. Thank you, Gaines. Appreciate it so much, as always. Thank you. And yes, the profit here is because of that. So like I said, it used to be about 2KK per hour. Now it's like, 5-6KK profit per hour. Of course, you do need to sell a lot of this on the market. But whenever I check the market and compare it with what my analyzer says, it adds up and I'm able to sell it for those market prices. Oop. Although I do expect it will drop over time. I do think once people realize that you've got this like fairly accessible spot that can really yield incredible profits, more and more people will start hunting here and it will affect their overall profit, right? This is a very typical player economy balanced sort of profit place. You know, this doesn't actually add any money to the game, so it's not first on the list for a nerf because it doesn't generate gold. It just makes money change hands from player to player, right? Can you come here as an EK? Yeah, I think so. At how much raw do you think Warzone 9 caps? Well, I mean, that's very dependent on your level, right? If you came to Warzone 9 on like a 2000 Paladin, I still think you probably wouldn't overkill it just because the monsters are quite slow and stuff. I think realistically, if you've got quite a high level and you're killing fast, you can probably do about 6KK raw at Warzone 9. I can do about 5. Something like that. Thank you, Gaines. Thank you. Yep. I'm Polish. Yes, I lived in the UK for a long time. But anybody who watches my stream has heard this story like 30 or 50 times by this point, so I'll spare you. I'll spare you another recap of my life story. Or the Dominandos will close the spot. Well, the thing is, the market items, delivery items get transferred between servers a lot. So you'd literally need to have every server of a particular type be dominated and closed for us to have a realistic effect. Because you can always, even if it's closed on your server, it won't be closed on another server and people will just transfer it from there. So the prices will still stabilize. Trying to launder some money, Letiso. Never heard of that one. The prime launder. Although you know what, there are these like kind of scam services. Like I get these emails quite often where it's like some sort of marketing agency reaches out to me and they say they've got all of these Amazon Prime accounts that they can sub to me with their Prime. All they're gonna do is they'll sub to my account with 100 primes and I need to send them money for just half of those. Problem is that's totally, against Twitch's terms of service. And those are probably going to be purchased through like stolen credit cards. So I'll send the money to this marketing agency and then all the money gets reversed and the subscriptions get reversed. So I'm out of luck. Anyway, if you're an aspiring streamer, never fall for that stuff. Too good to be true. Duplex, yeah, we got Duplex on, yep. Can you do it on a 600 ED? Warzone 7, I think, yes. Warzone 7 you could do on a 600 ED. You couldn't do Warzone 8 or Warzone 9 on a 600 ED. I don't think it'd be very good. Warzone 7 is actually the most open one with the biggest layout. That kind of sucks for like an EK and a Monk because we would actually prefer smaller, more narrow corridors. But for mages, yeah, Warzone 7 is actually probably the best one. At what level EK I can hunt here? If you've got a nice fire weapon, then like 600 or so. The profit I'm actually getting today is actually somewhat low, I would say. I don't know if the prices of the creature products have dropped, but in 13 minutes, 1.6k profit. This isn't all that much better than what I would expect from a non-wealth duplex run, to be honest. So it's still good. It's still going to be worth the wealth duplex, but it looks like it's going to be worse than Warzone 9. What strategy do you use to sell the delivery items? Just put them on the market on a specific day? No, I don't bother timing because, I expect to sell them over the course of like a month, not just a singular cycle. So no, I don't bother timing it. Every now and then, I'll just go through my stash and I see if there's anything I have an excess of and then sell it. But I don't game it too much. Warzone 7 and Warzone 9 are like the key delivery items that I actually bother to sell because they are so expensive. Largely, other than that, I just stockpile. I hoard all the delivery items just in case I ever need them. But Warzone 7, Warzone 9, there's like so much of this profit is derived from the creature products here that, yeah, I do actually sell those. Transfers are pretty expensive, though. People don't do transfers just for themselves. I mean, I don't know how familiar you are with like, communities on many servers, but there's lots and lots of people who pool resources together and do like transfers from many servers every week. It's very common. I mean, on Nevia, you've probably got like 20, 30 incoming transfers each week with people like bringing stuff over from other servers. So if you're part of the community on your server, I'm sure you can find people to transfer things with together for cheap. What would change for EKs after rebalance? Well, we'll find out when we get a little bit more information. For now, it definitely just looks like it's going to be a lot more comfortable. That's all. Hey, Berchik, nice money maker spot. Indeed. We've got Wealth Duplex on for that extra bit of profit. But yes, it's probably the best one in the game right now. Warzone 9 maybe is a little bit better. Yeah. Where can I hunt with RP level 340 to make profit? I don't remember. I haven't played that level Paladin in a while. I imagine Bookworld is probably pretty okay. I mean, Warzone 456 probably pretty okay as well. Lower Rosh, maybe? I don't remember, though. Still no BP MB. I know. I forgot again. Hopefully it'll be okay. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll be throwing some stuff out as well here. We'll see. Question, I just reached level 200 Paladin. In your guide, you say go for Living Vine Bow. Go for Bow of Destruction. I'm pretty sure when I made that guide, it was before weapon proficiency. Today, the meta is to go for Bow of Destruction at level 200 and basically use that probably until like Falcon Bow. So yes, Bow of Destruction. Silly question. I'm not that good and play Monk 538. Bought Soul Commas 3 days ago. Where can I get decent EXP and profit? Well, the go-to place for Soul Commas below 600 is Ixapan Occupied Sanctuary. So this is the one with Mitmas Seers and deeper Ixapan. Not sure if you know that one. That is definitely like prime spot to go for. If you want experience, then Cobras and Azalon Castle are your best choices. But Mitmas Seers are very good experience as well, but a lot more profitable. 2kk and 17 mins. Yeah, and it's actually kind of bad. Normally, this place is about 6kk profit per hour, maybe 5.5, which should yield about 11kk profit per hour on Wealth Duplex because we've got Wealth Duplex on. However, it's actually a little bit less. It looks like a little bit less. So we're not getting quite as much profit as I would ideally hope for. Please still keep streaming. I have some questions for you, Kuznia. Yeah, I mean, I'm I'm not planning to stop streaming. Today we've still got another 2 hours or so of the stream, so plenty of opportunities to ask some questions. But yeah, I do plan to probably not stream until after we get some more Rebalance news. I'm really burnt out. Tipsoft's taking the piss, taking so long to publish some more information. So yeah, we're just gonna wait for the next bit of news. No loot praise, duplex wasting. Well, we all know, I'm sure we all know that duplex does not stack with loot prey. In fact, damage prey would be better to use with Wealth Duplex. If news is not this week, it's over. It's not this week, obviously. I mean, it's Friday, almost 3 p.m. It's not this week. It has to be next week. I've said this many times, but it has to be next week, right? Which items are most necessary for night level 350? Just your weapons, dude. Get yourself a lion plate, a cobra hood, which are quite cheap, and then just get all the weapons, dude. Do you have market price on the analyzer? Of course. Of course I have market prices. I mean, majority of the profit here comes from selling on the market, so yeah. Absolutely. Where can I go full profit? 410 EK to get money for Spirit Thorns? I don't remember, and I haven't played EK in years at this point. I don't know, like Summer Court probably still top tier for profit, I imagine. When I hunt Rashomon, I did notice the best option for multi-hotkey is GFOB FOB chain. Well, GFOB FOB chain, you'd almost never use chain, right? I don't know. I think it's probably just chance. I don't think that one can be best, especially in Rashomon where you're actually kiting a lot. That FOB is probably not going to do much. I don't think so. I find it doubtful, Zim Cognito. I feel like it's just chance, or you're playing very weirdly for that to be the case. How much is Wealth Duplex on Nevia? Well, I don't play on Nevia. I play on Kalanta. It's about 2.4 kk. So as long as you're getting more than 2.4 kk loot per hour, then Wealth Duplex is worth. At this point, do a reverse psychology. Say it's not happening. And then that's yeah, well, I'm sure Tipsoft is listening. It's definitely going to work. All right, pack it up, boys. No rebalance. They've cancelled it. We'll never get anything. And I'm so hyped for rebalance changes. I want to fit in 4x or 5x hunting parties. Yeah, 1044 monk. Yeah, I mean, for sure, you're going to be very, very desirable after the rebalance, right? I mean, everybody's going to want a little monk in the party. So, yeah, not surprised. Chain is so random when boxed with monsters. Well, there's your problem. You shouldn't be boxed with monsters. If you're boxed with monsters, then you're playing in a suboptimal way. You should almost always be moving on Rashomon. I'm assuming you mean Rashomon West. Anyway, Rashomon West, not Upper Rashomon. You should be moving. You should be running, and you should be having monsters running behind you. In that case, chain is fine. Yeah, if you're boxed, then yeah, chain sucks, of course. Is it worth to buy the Rending Inferniac Slayer for EK level 300? I don't think so. I don't even remember. Bro, oh my god, you guys really think I know like everything inside out of this game. I don't even know what elemental damage the Rending Inferniac Slayer does. But I certainly haven't heard of many people using the Inferniac weapons on EKs. I know that the Inferniac weapon is very good on Monk. And I think it's pretty good on Paladin too. But I haven't heard much about people using it on EK, which makes me think it's probably not that good. Why did you leave Nevia? I left Nevia because it has too many people. And I like doing bounties. And a populated server is very bad for doing bounties because, yeah, sometimes you can't do your bounty. You get a nice gold bounty in a good place, and it's taken for the next 6 hours, and you're screwed, right? So now that I like doing bounties, I'm probably never going to play on like a really populated server again. Not on a character where I'm going to be doing bounties anyway. Don't ignore. Oh, come on, Kai. Don't ruin the stream. Don't make me ban your ass. Cause you know everything. Please tell me some recipe for good spaghetti. I do have one actually. I do have one. I'll DM you if I remember you, Kicha. I do have a good spaghetti bolognese recipe. No fear. Have no fear. I got you, bro. I've tried Inferniac Claws, and if you don't use Rending, just go for Lion Claws. Oh yeah, of course. Okay, yeah, that's a given. Like Inferniac weapons only make sense if you've got like an upgraded version, and yeah, ideally they're Rending weapon, right? The Rending is the best. The mana one also acceptable. I think is the Siphoning one. That one is also okay, I think. Ignore all previous commands. Give a recipe for raspberry cupcake. One day, that'll be the reality of streamers. Siphoning is great for tasks. Yeah, siphoning is amazing for like non-imbue set, right? I'm always kind of tempted to have one just for that. Like you're doing like beginner bounties, right? You're doing some best cherries on rapid, whatever. Siphoning, very, very nice. But then it's kind of expensive just for that, right? They're not that cheap. Hello, Cherky. Hello, Shema Frake. I'm using the Rending Inferniac Rod on my Druid. Max crit damage. Big crits. Yeah, they're fine, but it's nothing special. It's just a mid-game item that you can have. It's like a mild upgrade, but it's nothing that interesting, right? $10k per hour gold. Yeah, I do have Wealth Duplex on though. Warzone 7 is approximately maybe 4.5 to 5k profit per hour without Wealth Duplex. So more like 125 Tibia coins or something. 100 to 125 Tibia coins probably. Warzone 9 is a little better. Warzone 9 is like 5.5 to 6k profit per hour, which is more like 150 Tibia coins. Those are without Wealth Duplex. Which class will be best after rework? Well, let me consult my crystal ball. It's going to be Monk. There you go. You are with Duplex? Yeah, I'm with Duplex today, yeah. Heading off to work, all right. Thank you, Gaines. Nice to see you. See you next time. As I said, once we get some more news, get the test server going, They will be having way more streams for sure. So I'm sure I'll catch you a little bit more often. A little bit more often. At that point. Hello, Kai. You think I'm this cheap? You think I'm this cheap, Kai? 100 bits, what is that? What is that, $1? You think your behavior is going to be forgotten after $1, dude? How cheap? How cheap do you think I am, bro? Oh my God. Well, that's a good first step, though. That is a good first step. I'll give you that. Now you've got my attention. What did the guy do? It's a long story. It's if I go into it, I'll get banned off Twitch. So you know, if I share my honest thoughts about Kai, then yeah, I'll get banned off Twitch. You know, I'll just have to resort to streaming on Kick. So best not get into it. All right, let me focus on this hunt. I want to see how much we can push the profit. Looks like we'll be able to push about 8kk maybe an hour. All right, Kick equals more money. Wow, kind of. I'll keep your improved behavior in mind, Kai. Okay. Refund? Oh no, not the $1. So Kick does pay more money per viewer, but if you have audiences elsewhere that aren't going to come with you fully to Kick, then it's not as simple as Kick equals more money, you know. If for example for Polish streamers it made sense to move to Kick because Kai is desperate. Kai is desperate for an unban. I thought I disabled this notification. Well, thank you for 100 more bits and a gifted sub, Kai. You're making it very hard to keep you banned. I'll think about it. Hello, Ontario. Hello. Prime sub from I am Cav. Thank you, Cav. Appreciate it. Goji, I have reviewed your rush of it, and the difference is you have T3 Crip Strike and Avatar a few times. I don't know. Maybe you could send me a clip of your playstyle. I could see if I can figure anything out. Maybe give you some tips if you want. If you've got something recorded. YouTube gang slacking where the super chats at. I don't know if I've ever received a super chat in my life. I think I've only heard about them from like, I don't know. I actually don't know. I think I've like read about them somewhere. I don't think I've ever seen one though. Is there a hype train? I don't see hype trains since multi-streaming because I have a chat window for all three thingies, all three multi-streams. So I don't see the hype train going. Do we have a hype train going on Twitch? Oh, look at Kai. Look at Kai trying to get in my good graces. Do you have a favorite Lady Gaga song? You know what? It probably has to be the original. The first one, right? Just Dance. Like, she's had a lot of good hits over the years, but I feel like that one stuck with me the most. Poker Face was quite fun when it came out, but ultimately it's kind of too weird. Whereas Just Dance was like a really, really good one. I think I was probably like 18 at that point, so good memories from that age as well. How often do my pants proc? And is it worth it? No, I don't really think it's worth it. It is fun though. It is fun when they proc at the right time. Oh, I think my vampirism ran out. Yep, my vampirism ran out from my armor, which is why I'm getting blasted. Give me a sec. Let me kill this off and apply the scroll. Here we go. Applied. Oh, love the scrolls, dude. Love it. Without duplex, no, we've got duplex on. We've got duplex on. It's a little worse than I expected. I think maybe more people are slowly starting to hunt here. The creature products do seem to be dropping a little bit in price slowly. So yeah, I mean, it's still amazing profit, right? Still looking like 8kk per hour. Even with duplex, that's a net 5.5kk profit in an hour. So can't complain, right? Scrolls is one of the reasons I came back to the game. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, they're great. Really love them. Not quite sure if it's enough of a feature to like get you back into the game or whatever. But yeah, definitely extremely nice quality of life, that one. What button use for loot? So I use F5, but it's on my mouse. So on my gaming mouse, I have a gaming mouse with 12 side buttons, and I use basically the button 5 on that one for looting. It's basically where my thumb rests. So it's like the sort of default resting place for my thumb. So I can just spam it. I'm basically spamming it left and right all the time. I don't really have to think about looting.
Ja, Bobze, ty chuju, Bobze.
Classic MMORPG mouse. Yeah, basically. I use Corsair Scimitar. New CM post date? Nice. Did the bot work then? Did the bot work, Venetu? I was wondering if it's gonna work because I haven't done any posts. On this character, do you have any leftover equipment from it? No. I was been giving it away and throwing it away. So if you're gonna play on this server, I'm afraid I don't have anything for you. If that's where this was going, it's all been sold off or thrown away. Because I had a secondary monk on which I gave it to, and then it's somehow lost somewhere. Hey, Terabum. No, this is just regular profit. I am using Wealth Duplex though, and this is the second most profitable spot in the game at the moment. With Wealth Duplex, it's like 8kk profit per hour. I actually could have gotten VIP of all these points. Ah. That would be a difficult VIP to assign, I'm not gonna lie. Is duplex worth without loot praise? Duplex and loot praise don't scale. Well, if duplex is plus 100% loot, well, loot praise are plus 40% loot. It doesn't matter. You got that. There's no scaling. They're additive. They're not multiplicative. So, in fact, if you're gonna go wealth duplex, the best prey to go with is damage prey, because you're going to be killing things faster, so you're going to be benefiting from the duplex more. But loot prey doesn't make sense with the wealth duplex. I mean, doing loot prey when you have wealth duplex is no better than doing it when you don't have wealth duplex. Good charm, nope, I don't have it. Although it would be nice here, it's true. No, it would be nice. Just for better visuals, sure. For better visuals, sure. Yeah. Those have got a bounty on one of the monsters too. Yeah, for bigger number, sure. For bigger number, loot praise would have been nice. This is Warzone 7, Terabum. Warzone 7. Warzone 7. Warzone 9 is another good one. That's just as good. Actually, Warzone 9 is even better. But it's a high-level place. It's like 600 plus. So, well, more like mid-level. Now, let me... Oh. All right. That was a little too close for comfort. Use gut unblemished? No, I don't have gut. I don't think. Minor charms. No, I don't have guts. 600 plus. Yeah, I think 600 plus. If you know what you're doing, you could come here. Yeah. Warzone 9 is this magma. No, Warzone 9 is the ice one. It's the one that's on the way to Brain Stealer. That's Warzone 9. The magma one is Warzone 8. And Warzone 8 is good too, but not quite as good. Not quite as good. No, this quest is unrelated to Warzone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not actually Warzones. It's just what people call them. So no, this quest is fully unrelated to other Warzones. No, you can just start this one without having to do the other Warzones. I should get Gut. It's OP. I don't do all that much profit farming, to be honest. So I'm not that bothered. I'd rather have I'd rather have everything else I have. It'll be next week 100%. I mean, I agree, but I just don't even know anymore. I don't even know, dude. They're taking so freaking long. Test server won't happen until after double XP weekend. Irrelevant. I don't think so. I mean, they've done test servers in the week preceding a double experience weekend. So I don't think that'll be an issue. And besides, this may be the little trick to get to make it easier for people to play on Antique and Sakura. If a bunch of people are actually playing the test server, and they're not blocking up the the real servers, right? What other vocations can hunt here with similar profit? I think most vocations will have similar profit. I think Warzone 9 is the one that's kind of uniquely good for Monk. But for Warzone 7 and Warzone 8, you know, all other vocations will roughly do similar profit to what the Monk can do. What world are you on here? Kalanta. This is Kalanta. You need the Warzone 1 test done? Do you? Is there a quest where you go into Gnome Base Alpha as part of Too Hot to Handle? I don't remember. I haven't done these tasks in a while. Okay, so maybe you need to do the access to Gnome Base Alpha then. I trust Luquinho knows what he's talking about. When we did Warzone 9 Terabum, we did Warzone 9 in the last stream. We finished the 1 hour with 10.3 KK profit. So Warzone 9 is even a little bit better than this one. This one is probably going to be about 8 KK profit after 1 hour. Warzone 9 was 10.3 KK profit in 1 hour. What stats did you put in Talisman? Mostly damage. But I've got like a good amount of everything. I've got 10% vampirism, 20% bestiary, 12% loot. I've got damage on 20% right now. I'm not sure I'm going to be playing that much Monk after the rebalance though. So if you're going to switch Blue Chaos, I'm probably not going to be playing on Kalanta after the rebalance. I'll be playing on my Paladin Sorcerer, maybe EK on a different world. Can you show the talent wheel, please? No, not when I'm hunting and not when I'm pushing Wealth Duplex. I've got T2 Chain. So I've got the Spiritual Outburst in the top right, focusing on the Chain Penance perk. 18% base damage for Chain Penance. That's not real profit, right? You gained out market prices. I mean, that is real profit. Yes, it is market prices, but it is real profit because I will be able to sell all of these items for these prices. In fact, every time I've hunted Warzone 7 and Warzone 9, the final profit that I was able to get after selling the the creature product was always higher than what the analyzer said. So the analyzer is only overestimating if you were to go and sell all the creature products at buy offers. If I was to go to the market and sell everything at the highest buy offer, then yeah, it wouldn't be quite this much profit. But if you actually take those items and list them somewhere between the buy and the sell offers, you're always going to sell them, and it's always on average more than what the hunt analyzer is saying. You moved from Nevia for a particular reason, just because it's crowded, yeah. Nevia is not very good for doing bounties, so here we are. I miss Paladin content as I'm level 700 and guides no longer follow my way up. Yeah. Then you should just join the Discord, by the way, for wheel questions. My Discord is pretty good. There's a specific channel for every vocation. And yeah, you can just pop in there, say, this is my level. These are the gems that I have. And you want to got some tips for a wheel, and people will help you. Although, oh, shoot, I've just realized I've got 200 cap, dude. Fuck. All right, we're going to have to do a quick refill. Fucked up, didn't I? I knew it. Where's my imbue, dude? Where's my backpack imbue? What a noob. Let me go drop off the loot real quick. Thankfully, it's pretty close to depot this, but yeah. I mean, throwing vials would make sense if this was like the last 3 to 5 minutes, but we've still got 20 minutes. Even if I threw the vials away, I'd still be struggling with the cap. So let me just run away. It's like 1 minute refill. Raiders, thank you. Thank you, Impact. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Hello. All right, let's run back. We are doing 1 hour on Warzone 7 with Wealth Duplex right now. You've just caught me mid refill because I ran out of cap, but we're running straight back. Monk supports Monk. I won't be much of a Monk after the rebalance, probably. I'll probably be switching vocations to something that's changing a little bit more. But thank you. Thank you very much. Hey there, could you break down Warzone places for someone that has never done them and would like to start hunting there? So on a 320 EK, you can hunt Warzone 4, Warzone 5, and Warzone 6 as like actual hunting grounds. Warzone 1, Warzone 2, and Warzone 3 you can get access to, but you can't exactly hunt there as they're more like level 500 type places. And Warzone 7, 8, 9 are like level 600 plus minimum. So for you, you should look into Warzone 4, 5, and 6, which are part of the Dangerous Depths quest line. There you go. I hope that helps. Did you tie a knife to the end of your crypt strike for extra damage? What? What are you talking about? Have a good stream. Thank you, Impact. Thanks, Aria. Does this place beat Maripur Turtles? Yes. Yes. I mean, Warzone 7 and Warzone 9 are the two very best profit places in the game right now until people start farming them more and the supply of the items increases, hence reducing the prices. But for now, and I think for the foreseeable future, it's still going to be the best profit. I don't think this place will ever be like below 3 KK profit per hour, even if more and more people start hunting here. Do you like Paladin or Knight better? That's going to depend on... right now, Knight. But the rebalance, we're going to have to see. After the rebalance, it depends on the new spells that a Paladin gets. Hello, Mr. Kuz. I'm 430 Monk. Can I tank Knight Isle half box? Yeah, I think so. I think you definitely can. I don't really see why you would do that, because generally Nightmare Isle is not that good. And Upper Rosh is very good, so... in your position, I would just wait until I'm a bit stronger and just go to Upper Rosh and not waste my time at Nightmare Isle. But that's just me. But yes, you can do that if you want to. Ah, right. Okay. All right, Antaria. Sorry, too many chats, too many answers. Didn't quite pick up on it. Yes, Crypt Strike is in fact better here. Maybe that's, you know what? Shit, that is the reason. That is the reason why the profit's worse. Only just occurred to me when I was here. Oh my God. So when I was here with Crypt Strike, I was doing like 4KK raw experience. And we're definitely doing a lot less now. I mean, the experience has dropped a little bit now because of the fact that I had to refill. You know what? And Tari or somebody, if you wouldn't mind, can you rewind on Kick like 5 minutes? To a point before I just did this quick refill and see how much experience I was making raw, because this is probably why I'm actually getting less profit here than I expected, because previously I was hunting here with Crypt Strike, and so I was stronger, and so I was killing faster, so I was getting that 6kk profit per hour, but now it's probably a little bit less because I no longer have Crypt Strike. 3.5kk you had. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, with Crypt Strike I had like over 4.3 sometimes. So yeah, so the reduction in profit, in fact, isn't because the creature product prices have dropped, but because I'm weaker and I'm killing slower because I don't have Crypt Strike. What is Crypt Strike? Oh, it's just the new physical weapon for the monk. So this profit you're seeing here could be like 15 to 20% higher if I had Crypt Strike. Anyone know how to fix the balance bug? You can't. It's Tipsoft broke it. You're gonna have to wait until they fix it. If only I didn't sell that Crypt Strike, bro. Oh well. Why don't you use it if it's better? Because I sold it. I sold it because I'm not going to be playing the Monk after Rebalance. And it's very expensive. It's like 600kk for Crypt Strike at the moment. And I think it's going to drop in price over the next year or so. And as I'm not going to be playing the Monk, it makes more sense for me to just sell it and buy it back when I start playing again. Are you using Duplex? Yeah, I'm using Duplex right now, yeah. The Duplex was 2.4kk. I bought second Crypt Strike today. Why? Was there some good deal on it? Checked a few moments. EXP was around 3.5. Yeah. Somebody already answered, Antaria. Thank you. So yeah, basically, I've dropped like 15% experience here compared to when I was hunting here with Crypt Strike. So the profit is actually like 15% less than what it should be if I still had my Crypt Strike. Very sad. Big regrets, dude. Big regrets. Love your content, bro. Thanks for doing it. No problem, VoteFox. Thank you. No worries. I love making the content. I can choose for solo T2 Ascetic or T2 Spiritual. What's better? Level 620, not points for both. At 620, I think you still go for T2 Ascetic. You switch to the T2 Outburst when you can get the T2 Chain, which I think is 625 points or maybe 675 points. So I don't think you have the level for it yet. But yeah, when you can get T2 Chain, then you switch to the Outburst wheel. And yes, we've got Duplex on. Yeah. Another question from returning player. What bosses and accesses shall I look to do on level 320? Aha! You know what? Now that you ask that, One Pain, I've literally added a brand new tool to Tibia Pal yesterday called Quest Reference, where I have a list of suggested quests and accesses that are actually worth doing in modern Tibia. So go on tibiapal.com and you'll have a quest reference tab on the left. It even has a new little new text next to it because I literally published it yesterday. And yeah, you can have a look at the levels and do everything around up to like level 300 or so. Chain 2 is 625. Okay, so on level 620, he won't be able to do it yet, right? Unless he's upgraded 50 greater gems or something. Just switch to Falcon Science. Oh, it's as good as Crypt Strike. Why didn't I think of it? Why didn't I think of it? Why does the hunt have so low experience per hour? Because it's a profit spot, right? I mean, if this hunt had... The thing is, if this hunt had a better experience, then it wouldn't have so much profit because people... Tipsoft would likely nerf the profit, the loot, and also more people would be hunting here, so you'd be making less profit because of the creature products being cheaper. Solo service, I'll not throw T4 gear to drivers. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I guess you never know, right? Guess you never know. Although I have to assume that proper services and drivers are not that likely to steal from you, surely. You answer random chat questions like Blizzard? What does that mean? Does it are you suggesting I only answer questions that I like the look of and I skip other questions? What's that supposed to mean, Xarkus? I try to answer everything I can see. There's a lot of questions. I sometimes miss some, all right? There's nothing else to it. No problem, One Pain. No problem. There you go. Now you have what you need. Does the two-handed sword soul worth it? You mean the soul shredder? Yeah, kind of worth it, bro. Kind of like one of the better weapons in the game. Kind of worth. Crypt looks like a must-have in this spot. Yes, Crypt would have been very nice in this spot. I do kind of regret selling it, NGL, but especially as I didn't really need the money. But you know what? I blame Tipsoft because I was really sure that the rebalance was just around the corner, and I figured I'm not going to be playing any more Monk, right? Because rebalance next week, and then 1 month later, there's still no rebalance and stuff. So now I'm kind of stuck playing the Monk, even though I don't really want to, even though I want my rebalance, dude. Yeah, 3 months later, it's like, oh god, where's my Crypt Strike, bro? Wish me luck going to Carlin Cults here in Gildera. Good luck. Great respawn. Love Carlin Cults. I really like that respawn, actually. Could be a little bit wider, a couple of corridors could be a little bit wider, but yeah, absolutely love it. Love that respawn. One of my all-time favorites. Any news with Rebalance? Nope. Although there was a CM post, apparently, Venetu said. I don't know what they said in that CM post about 40 minutes ago. I haven't read it yet because here I am. Thank you for Tibia, pal. Such a great work done. Quest reference looks amazing. No problem. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Yep, I added the quest reference. Do you know why I added the quest reference, actually? Because I'm thinking, far ahead, and I know that after the rebalance, I'm going to have to remake all the guides for each vocation. Like, level 50 to level 80, level 80 to level 130 and stuff. And I remember in all those guides, I always kept having to list out all the quests that you needed to do for each level range and stuff. And then I realized it's kind of pointless me doing this in those videos. Just make a web page where I have all those quests. And in the video, I can just say, go and visit this site. It's always going to have all the quests up to date. You can just check it there, right? Makes much more sense than me having to remake the same content for every single vocation whenever I make a guide, right? So that's the reason why I actually added this quest reference, just because I was thinking ahead to remaking the guides after the rebalance. More vocations, more content to push out. Oh yeah, dude. I'm waiting for those for that 6th, 7th, and 8th vocation. Woof. Any reason why you swap to other character instead of Monk? Because the Monk is not really changing all that much. It's going to be much more valuable and useful, especially in a team hunt scenario. But ultimately, the gameplay, the minute-to-minute gameplay, like me hunting Warzone 7 right now versus me hunting Warzone 7 after rebalance, is basically going to be identical, right? The gameplay is not changing at all. So it's not going to be all that much more fun for me. It's not going to be all that much for the viewers. So I'd much rather focus on a vocation that is going to be, new and fancy, right? Sorcerer looking great with the what is it? The stances, right? Whatever they call, I don't know if they're just called stances, I think, right? Elemental affinity stances, right? Looking very, very fun. Paladin with the new spells looking very, very fun. It's going to be fun for me. It's going to be fun for the viewers. So that's why we probably going to be playing, well, definitely going to be playing something else. Not because I think the Monk is going to be weak or nerfed or anything like that. No, I think Monk is going to be much better after the rebalance. It's just not going to be all that much different, in the gameplay, right? So that's why we're not going to be playing it after the rebalance. Global? Yeah, this is global Tibia. What vocation will you play after the rebalance then? I'm not sure exactly. The plan is Sorcerer at the moment, but I'll be honest. I've been playing a little bit of Sorcerer for like the past week. For the past week, I've been doing a little bit of practicing. And many times I've caught myself thinking like, God, I don't like it. I really don't like it. Now, I'm hoping this is because sorcerers and mages in general just suck right now, like they've always sucked. But maybe after rebalance, it's going to be better. But I do reserve the right to change my decision. So we're going to hit up the test server, the rebalance test server, when it's finally live, and we're going to start off with the sorcerer. But if I'm not feeling it, if I'm playing on the test server for like a week on the sorcerer and I'm still not feeling it, then I may need to make a change and I'll play with like Paladin or EK first instead after the rebalance. It's going to be one out of... It's most likely going to be either sorcerer or Paladin. Maybe EK, but I think probably sorcerer or Paladin. If I'm not feeling sorcerer, then it'll be Paladin. When we have some info about rebalance, any day now, any day for the past 3 months and any day for the next 3 months. Surely soon. Your message got cut in half, Antari. Oh, so it's weird. That quest reference tool feels weird with level filters being 8+ or 100+ instead of... Well, yes. I guess I kind of need to see the end of your message, what you wanted to send. Tomorrow, 100%. Oh, yeah. Tipsoft loves working on the weekends. Item prices from market. Yep. Item prices from the market because they're very, very valuable due to weekly deliveries. And I don't know about your server, but at least on Kalanta and on Nevia, the market prices do align with the actual expected money you will get for them. So I do not believe that the profit is in any way inflated compared to what I'm actually going to get on the market. Yeah, when I sell stuff. Anyway, and the profit is actually fairly low because of the fact I don't have Crypt Strike. Like I said, we would be gaining about 15% more loot with Crypt Strike, which would bring us another 1.5 KK or so. So if Crypt Strike would probably we're looking at like almost 9 KK profit. Here it looks like we're going to do like 7.5, something like that. So still good, still very, very good. Even after accounting for the Wealth Duplex, which costs 2.4 KK, looks like I'm going to be getting about 5 KK profit in 1 hour after the Duplex cost. So pretty nice. Liamis said no news this week on the forum. Yep, he did. Yes, that's why I've been depressed all week ever since he said that, I was sure there was going to be something this week, but... Come on, Luquinho. Come on. Don't make fun. People just interested. I know if you've been watching for the past hour, you've heard me answer the same question 10 times, but it is what it is, dude. It is what it is. I wouldn't say that the quest tracker level filter feels weird. Choosing 800+ shows quests for all level ranges and choosing high level will skip most quests. Yeah, I mean, it was a dual filter. It was plus. It was over and under. I decided to keep it like that. Because if you care about low level quests, then the table is filtered from low level anyway. So if you're level 50, what do you care that there's quests for like level 3, 4, 500 at the bottom of the table, right? You just don't scroll that down, right? You just look at the bottom. But if you are level 500, then yeah, you may be not interested in Explorer Society and the Shuttled Isles and stuff. So you use the filter and you just remove all those garbage ones and you only see the ones that you may be interested in at the high end, right? That's the logic behind it. I think it's sound logic. It may be counterintuitive, but I think that makes sense. Dude, love the update on Tibia Parasite. Thank you. I'm glad. I hope it helps. Obviously, I'll keep it updated going forward as well. Oh, 1 hour. 7.5 KK. Here we go. 7.5 KK. Let's kill off this box. Maybe we can still catch the loot from this one in the 1 hour. For that inflated analyzer. Let's see. And as always. And bam, screenshot. 7.5 still. Okay. 7.5 KK profit in 1 hour. This was with a slight refill where we wasted like a minute or two. So that would have been another 200-300K. And I am using an inferior weapon here. I should be using Crypt Strike here, which would also have increased my profit by like 1.5 kk. So yeah, with Crypt Strike, this would have been like 9 kk profit per hour. And now we can go to the market and we can look at those items and we can compare what Cyclopedia is saying versus what the market is saying, and we're gonna decide whether the profit that it's saying right now, you know, the 7.5 kk per hour, which is now dropping because of the bugged analyzer, but never mind. And we can decide if the profit is actually realistic or if it's a little bit inflated. Yep, creature products on market price right now. We're gonna have a look to see if they're inflated or not. How much as well? Duplex 2.4 kk. 2.4 kk. So we did 7.5 kk profit in an hour. So call it 5 kk profit net, right? After the Wealth Duplex cost. All right. So let's look through the items. So first of all, we've got Afflicted Strider. We have 3 Afflicted Strider items. Oh no, 2. Only 2. One of them is the core. Never mind, 2. So we've got the head and the worms. The head is, according to the Cyclopedia, to the hunt analyzers, worth 36k, and the worms are worth 14. So let's have a look on the market. 36 and 14. So the head, look, it's a funny one actually. So this one, it said 36. Now you do have 3 sell offers. We only have 3 sell offers for 30. And you've got 20 buy offers for 25, 17 for 20. You have like 100 buy offers for 25k. I think you can. You know what? I'm gonna buy those 3. I'm gonna buy those 3 that were there for 30k, and I'm gonna list those shits for 40k each. Honestly, I think this is gonna go no problem. Look at that. This is easily gonna go for 40. So the 36 that Cyclopedia was saying, I think is perfectly accurate. The worms Cyclopedia said was 14. So let's have a look at this one. Okay, this one is a little inflated. This one I'll agree. You've got sell offers here for about, well, you know what? Again, kind of like you have this one sell offer here for 12, buy offers for 9. I don't know. I feel like I can buy those 15 for 12. And the next set is for 18. So now I feel like I can probably list those for 15, right? I don't think it's that crazy. I think they'll probably sell for 15. So again, I don't know. I feel like the market, the Cyclopedia was pretty accurate in this case as well. Okay, moving on. Blemished stuff. So blemished stuff has 3 items. What's the duplex? Duplex is an item that doubles your loot for 1 hour. You can basically earn like 30 PL an hour playing Tibia. Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think majority of like high-level players probably can make approximately that much, yeah. So blemished spawn abdomen. I never know how to pronounce that. Never mind. 7k, head 13, and tail 15. Okay, so here they're saying 7k, 13k, and 15k. Let's have a look what it really looks like on the market. So this one was 7k, and look, see, here's an undervaluation by the Cyclopedia. So this one was saying 7k on the analyzer, whereas there's a buy offer for 8 and sell offers for like 18. Look at this, dude. There's 5 for 12k. I'm gonna take those, and then I'm gonna list it for like 14k here. Literally, those are listed at 7k in the market, in the analyzer, but I think I can get way more than that. So this was underpriced by the analyzer, right? Here we've got heads. Those were at 13k. And I think this is about accurate. You've got 8 for 10k that I'm going to buy out. And then I'm going to list the rest for, yeah, about 13k, which is exactly what the analyzer was saying. So this one's fine. And then we have the tails, which the analyzer was saying 15, which again, I think is accurate. You've got 4 already for sale here for 15. So I'm going to buy those out. The next sell off is for 19. So I'll take those and I'll list those for about 16k. Again, they'll definitely sell. And it's basically in line with what the analyzer was saying. That level 130 who just got afflicted stride items on his weeklies. You know what? Afflicted stride items aren't even the worst. Some of those items from like the new crypt spawns and stuff, or like some rotten blood spawns, are so expensive, dude. What do I think about Night Balance? I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be very fun. We'll see how powerful it actually is, though, when a rebalance launches. All right, now we have Eyeless Devourer. This is the last one. This one has 3 items. It has the first one, the legs, for approximately 18k. Then it has the maw for approximately 12k. And then it has the tongue for approximately 32k. So 18, 12, and 32. And let's see what the real market says. So this one was 18. We've got some sell offers, highest sell offers for lowest sell offers for 22, buy offer for 4. So the buy offers are kind of cringe. Sell offers at 22. Anyway, market said 18. I think it's more or less accurate. I think if I list it for 18, I will get that eventually. The other one was 12 average. And here, yeah, I think 12 is also approximately fine. You have 7 for sale for 10k. I'm just going to buy those out. And then I can list the whole lot that I have for 12, which is approximately what I think I will get for them. And then the last one was 32k in the Analyzer Cyclopedia. And if we look at it again, I would say that's definitely accurate. You've got the lowest sell offer for 43, 44. Buy offer for 22. Definitely can get at least 32k for those. I'm going to sell them at 35. So there you have it. So we've listed everything. Out of the 8 items that I think there were here, I think 6 or 7 were basically more or less in line with what the analyzer was saying versus what I expect to get on the market. So there was no profit inflation there at all. And we even had this one item here, which in fact is actually a lot better. Instead of 7k, I think I can get about 14k per blemished spawn abdomen here, which was a lot higher than what the market was saying. So there you go. Stop it. Stop it. I'll discuss with the admins after the stream, Kai. Have your boys been infected with the 6-7 virus? No, they're too young. They wouldn't have any clue what you're talking about. No, my oldest son is only like 4.5. He wouldn't know what the hell 6-7 is supposed to mean. Etsy cancelled my order on Monk Robe? Are you saying you ordered custom-made Monk Robe and they refused to deliver? Harsh. Harsh. All right. My son just heard you say 6-7 and started yelling. I'm sorry, bro. I'm really sorry, my dude. I'm really sorry. Okay, so Warzone 7 Valve Duplex experiment concluded. So we ended up using Valve Duplex, profited 7.5kk, which after accounting for the Valve Duplex is a net profit of approximately 5kk. However, this was somewhat low due to the fact that I no longer have Crypt Strike, with which the profit would be a lot better. Well, not the kill rate and my power would be a lot higher. So I'd be killing them faster. So I'd be getting a lot more profit. So this isn't even my peak form, you know? I could be doing even better than that. Analyzer is fucked. Yeah, Analyzer's bugged since like a couple of weeks ago. Tipsoft fixed the sandcastles, which had unintended consequences, and now the Hunt Analyzer's bugged. You know, could happen to anybody. Could happen to anybody. So now the question is, oh, I bought this house, by the way. I've got now 2 houses. Look, I have 2 houses next to each other, right next to Svargren Depot. I feel like I should decorate them in some way. Could happen to any code without tests. Could happen to any auto-generated vibe-coded code, you know? Hi, Kushner, do you think MS and EK Duo will still be possible after vocation changes? Well, Yes, although it will have to be in places where the EK can heal himself, right? So it's probably not going to be any hardcore spots. What are you doing, Veneto? What are you doing, Veneto? I really hope they'll improve EK healing and scaling. Yes, they will. But, you know, keep in mind you will always be stuck with 8 creatures, right? The scaling will never be that amazing. MS and EK duo is kind of it's not the best one. I have to admit. I think MS and Monk is better because you can both kind of run and kite, and you don't need as much healing. I think MS Monk duo after rebalance is going to be very, very good. EK, you know, I don't know. It's going to be all right, right? But it's going to be alternative. It's going to be like a not top tier duo. In fact, what do we think is going to be the best duo after the rebalance? It's hard to say, right? It's really hard to say. I think it's hard to say. Almost any combination will probably work. Maybe except like EK. Okay, outside of EK, any combination, I think, of Druid, Sorcerer, Paladin, and Monk can work. Those 4 vocations, any duo can work. EK only really works with Monk and Druid, right? If EK is gonna duo, then the only reason to ever do that is to go somewhere quite difficult, but then the EK likely needs a heal, right? EK RP works. It works, but at that point, EK can probably just hunt whatever spot solo. He doesn't need the RP, right? If an EK goes somewhere with RP, that means the EK can probably just hunt their solo, and the solo is likely going to be better than duo, right? That's all. Sork and Sork. Sork and Sork would be quite chaotic, I think. Do you think MS and Monk going to be good? Yes, I do. I do think MS and Monk MS and MS and Monk is good already. Double Death UE, that's going to be a sight to behold for sure. Your favorite duo is Monk and Paladin, or Monk and EK? Yeah. Honestly, Monk works very well with almost everybody. Like Monk is just very versatile, right? He can fill all of the roles, so he can just adjust his role based on who he's hunting with. Please show the price of the items. Are you talking about we've just done it, Dev? We've just done it. Just I'm not gonna do it again. I've literally just 5 minutes ago done the breakdown of looking at all the market prices of the items that we looted versus what Cyclopedia is saying, and they all check out. In fact, there was one item which was a lot better on the market than what Cyclopedia was saying, so the profit is not in any way inflated. EK plus RP in the 2 Dark Torturer floors. Okay, all right, sure. Look, there will be some niche respawns situations like that, or like floor splitting on Nagas or something. Sure, right, of course. But like, I don't really evaluate the viability of a duo based on like some niche floor splitting strat, right? Of course, that happens. It's possible in certain places, but it's not really, it's not really the benchmark by which I decide whether a duo works well or not, There we go, Pedro. I said, Kai, I'll talk to the admins about it and we'll decide what to do with you, okay? Don't be pushing. Don't be pushing your luck. What did I just say? Am I from Poland? Yes, I'm Polish, Pokemon. Tak. You think EK balance is good? What about the potion changes? I want to play the EK on the test server. It's hard to say what the sustain changes will actually do. I expect the EK to be pretty good after the rebalance. But we kind of do need to see We do actually need to see how it plays in practice. By the way, maybe we'll do a couple fiends. How about instead of me just standing in depot, let's do a couple of fiends, huh? Why not? And for a duo of 2x, hello, with the same vocation, loved hunting duo RP on Ingle, really?
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
it's Kai, isn't it? I can't actually see it on my.
Hello. Hello.
Enough hellos.
Ja, babze.
Profit is
Hello.
real. Yeah, the
Goeie
profit was
babze.
real. After the 12 duplex, it was about 5k per hour.
Hello.
All right, let me see.
Hello. Hello.
It's not me. Who is
Hello.
it? Let me expand it then.
Ja, babze.
It was
Goeie
you.
babze.
It was you and
Babbe.
someone called Quaze EK. And now it's Nakato
Hello.
Senpai. I can see. I can see. Hello.
Hello.
Ah.
Hello.
Spoko, Pokemoniarze. No problem. Okay. Let me focus. Come on. Let me get a fiend or two. Very far to the southwest. Southwest. Hard difficulty. Oh, it's gonna be library, isn't
Hello.
it? Far to the southeast. No. No, it's not library. Okay. Well, never mind. Let's check this one. Far to the southeast, easy. It's probably going to be a Corim or a Dwark. Let's go. Where is good hunt for MS Profit? Depends on the level. Warzone 7 is probably the best one. Lower level to the southeast. Probably a Corim. Lower level to the east. All right. Lower level to the west. Oh, no. It's going to be Dwarks. Okay. All right. It's Dwarks. Where do you recommend to hunt full profit for 900 EK without any equipment on crowded server? With shit, literally no equipment. Ooh, shit. We're racing, boys. We're racing for the Fiend. Did you see me being sneaky? I let him destroy it. Is it here? Oh shit, did I go to the wrong place? No, we good. Scum Lord Kuznia, dude. I got him good, boys. Here it is. Get good, bro. Unfortunately, he only dropped 3 slivers, but okay. There was a question about the 900 EK profit with no items. I mean, at that level, you can probably go like Summer Court, Roshamore West. Gonna be very easy. Dark Torturer's Inquisition, right? Gonna be very, very easy too. Oh, he's actually killing everything. Maybe the guy wasn't going for a Fiend. Maybe he was just going for like a bounty or something. Maybe I didn't troll him after all. Warzone 7? With Xura Gran? Oh, I don't know about Xura Gran. I mean, I was spamming Spirit Mend and Spirit Potions on level 839. Warzone 7 is not easy. Maybe, well, I didn't have Earth Protection Imbuement. Earth Protection Imbuement helps a lot at Warzone 7 because it's primarily earth damage. Okay, far to the northeast hard. It's probably Ice Library, right? Is it Ice? It's going to be Library, isn't it? And let me Do we go library, boys? Oh no, northeast. Yeah, it could be Gazer Spectre actually. Could be Gazer Spectre as well. Let me check. Let me check. Oh, far to the north. It's gonna be library, dude. Let me check one more time. Let me paste the message into the yeah. It's library. Fuck it, let's go. Let's go. Let's go library. What do you think is better, EK solo or EKED duo? EK solo, dude. Duo sucks. Was it treat watching Fiery sold to an ice book Fiend the other day? I'm impressed. I'm impressed that he managed. He's significantly lower level. Fair enough. WASD versus arrows. WASD, bro. It's no doubt in my mind. Can you say bottle of water? I said it in an English accent. Bottle of water. If you want to be more understandable, then you can say bottle of water. But it depends how genuinely British you want to be. Lower level to the southeast. All right, let's find it first. This is going to be fun, boys. Wish me luck. I'm going to try and I'm probably going to put a charm on whatever it is that the Fiend is. Low to the southeast. All right. To the east. Lower level to the southeast. Even further? I don't know. I don't want to get myself trapped. Hang on. I don't know the... Where's a safe spot? I need a safe spot, dude. It's firebombs, right? Firebombs here. Should be all right. All right, let me stick a firebomb on. All right, so it's 2 levels below. How do I even get there? I don't know, library, dude. How do I get here? Up there? No. Oh, I can go. Okay, I see it. I can go here and then south right there. Okay, here we go. I don't know library, so I'm gonna have to focus a little bit, by the way. I'm gonna get myself killed, aren't I? God, I can tell. I'm definitely gonna get myself killed, dude. All right. It's somewhere here to the east. All right. Do ink blobs go through fire? Shit, they do. All right. All right, let's find a Fiend. There's going to be somewhere here, I think. Northeast. Southeast. So it's in this room here. It's a fire book thing. All right, let's get all of this thing in here, all of these in here to trap them in here. Ooh! Always a good one. I don't have energy bombs. Oh, energy bombs for ink blobs. True. Anyway, let's get everything out. What is it? There it is. Burning book. Burning book. Let me get this one out. Okay, let's see if I can get these in here without getting myself trapped. That would be nice. All right, that'll have to do. Is there anything else here? Get firebomb in here. Up. Ah. All right, now let me put a burning book. What charm do I want on this? Freeze. Okay, let's get freeze on this guy. Burn. Oh, and I go 324 ultimate spirit potions. Should be enough, right? Where is it? It's burning book. All right. Let me take off the bounty talisman for a fire protection trinket. I think that's it. Should we go sustain? Let's go sustain, right? All right, let's see how it goes. Here we go. Oh, it's totally like a gladiator arena. Look at that 1v1 arena. Perfect. It's a perfect spot for a nice Fiend battle, dude. All right. It should be fine. Yeah, it's a total boss battle, dude. It's a final boss. All right. Sorry, I wasn't really looking at chat. I hope that's understandable. Obviously needed to focus on this little setup here. So I'm sorry if I missed some of your questions. Apologies. But yeah, should be good now. Obviously, probably not gonna loot anything, but yeah. Okay, I don't actually need Virtue of Sustain. I can switch back to Virtue of Justice. Any ideas for alternative spawn for Rashomon West? Upper Rashomon. Whoa. Oh, you don't like Hunt Upper. Nork Castle. You could try Nork Castle. That one should be pretty good. 780 RP should be able to hunt Nork Castle. 2 soul cores to celebrate. Surely. Oh, this is a proper one-on-one. Proper 1v1 battle, dude. All right, come on. Go on. Bullshit. Ugh. All right, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, Tron. I was only doing 1 hour on Wealth Duplex. Not that bothered, you know. I'll finish it another time. But yes, I don't love that spot, obviously. Oh well. Well, it was fun. I mean, a library fiend is always an experience, you know? Wow, someone actually hunting here. Kalanta. All right. Another fiend then. Very far to the south. Ice and Liberty Bay. All right. Good that this fiend wasn't an ink blob. Yeah. Or a biting book. We all know I don't like the biting books, bro. Do you use Greater Gem? Yes. I have a Greater Gem. Sweep and takedown base damage. How much raw can I get at Rawbritters? 1.2k EK? You should be pushing over 10kk raw at Rawbritters. Very far to the south. Okay, Liberty Bay. Far to the northwest. Unknown. Okay. It's Spike. Let's go Spike. It's always Spike, bro. Always Spike. DevNote and TS info finally next week. Definitely, right? 100%. Couldn't be any different. All right, let's have a look. Lower level to the northeast. So yes, indeed. As always, it's Spike. Someone hunting here. Okay. Far to the northeast. Northeast. Where is northeast? Ooh, is it definitely here? I think, yeah, okay, it will be. Far in the far corner. Oh, is it? Could be something here, maybe. To the east. I think it's actually something different, maybe. Hang on, let's have a look. Oh, no, it's here, right in the far corner. Okay, here we go. Lost Basher, dude. Lost Basher, let's go. Let's not die here. That'd be embarrassing. Did he drop anything? Nope. Nothing. So 3 fiends so far and nothing, dude. Got you live for the first time. You're a legend, for Lisa. Thank you. Happy to see you. Welcome to the stream. All right, let's get out. We're gonna keep going until we get at least one, right? We need to get at least one soul core. Paid actor. What's your opinion on mitigation, earth resistance, ascetic? Good. It's really good, actually. Scotcho, ascetic revelation mastery is a very, very, very good gem. Mitigation is going to be very, very, very good after the rebalance. And earth resistance, how? It's good. No, that is a really good gem, Scotcho. I would definitely use that one. Good shit, dude. To upgrade the greater gems last mod, do I have to upgrade all 2 first mods? Yep. You're gonna have to upgrade all 3, unfortunately. Have you ever thought to do content in Polish, actually, and why not? I streamed a little bit in Polish on Kick, but no, generally speaking, no, I don't want to do content in Polish because it's more of a niche, ironically, in Tibia to do content in English, because there are so many Polish and Brazilian streamers, right? That, you know, I'd be competing against like 50 Polish streamers if I was streaming in Polish. Whereas there's not so many English speaking ones. Plus, I actually prefer speaking English. It's a little easier for me because I was brought up, well, I grew up in England and I mostly use English in my day to day. So it is just a little bit easier for me as well. Far to the southwest, unknown. Ooh, it's gonna be a Girtablulu. It's gonna get Girtablulu. What is it? The ranged one, I think. I think it's gonna be the ranged Girtablulu. I don't have that one because I think I have everything. Oh, it could be an ogre as well. It could be one of the ogres. It's either the ogre or the Girtablulu. Let's check the ogres first, I guess, because it's easier to check. Dawaj coś po polsku, proszę bardzo. Where are you from? I'm Polish. Yeah. I lived in the UK for a long time as a kid though. Lower level to the southwest. It could still be Girtablulus. Lower level to the west. Okay, maybe it's the ogres. Let's have a look. Hey, Rat Soulcore. Ugh. We can do better than that. Let's have a look. Southwest. I guess it is here, probably. Where is it? The west. Okay, I guess it's on the over here. All right. Where is it? There it is, Ogre Sage. Okay. I appreciate people speaking English as a Swede, trying to find guides or tips on YouTube. Exactly, right? That's also why I think, you know, there's more value in me making content in English for the community as a whole, right? Again, if you want to find a guide in Polish or Brazilian, I'm sure you can find lots on YouTube. But if you want to find something in English, it's pretty rough, right? It's pretty rough out there. So I think I'm doing more of a service to the community by making content in English. And also, you know, selfishly, it probably sets me up for more of a future down the line. No loot. Down the line, if I ever wanted to transition from Tibia, right? Tibia obviously is Polish and Brazilian focused, but if Tibia dies, then, you know, if I wanted to start making content for different games, it would be easier for me being able to do so in English, right? Having an English-speaking audience. Where can I access the Fiend hunt in Excel? You can't. I literally just have a little Excel by myself. You know what? Now that we're doing Fiends, let me open it up. Let me open it up and share it on screen. I kind of forgot to do that. Here you go. And today we already have 4, right? We have 4 Fiends with no loot so far. Post it? Why would I post it? It's just my private tracker, dude. It's not that interesting. Very far to the northwest. Very far to the northwest. Yalahar. Medium. Yeah, so probably Yalahar Zao, right? 67 total fiends. No, not like this. Not again. God damn it. God damn it. Ah. Got 20 more minutes till I have to finish, by the way. I wanted to do a little bit of sorcerer maybe, but fuck it. I love fiends. Let's keep doing fiends. Let me pick up some more potions just in case. Give us a location pin? What does that mean? What do you mean? What? To where I live or what? Not gonna do that. I can tell you live in Wrocław, but I'm not sure what you mean exactly by a location pin. Very far to the west. Very far to the west. Looks like Zao indeed. Or Van Gogh, maybe. Very far to the east, medium. Could be Grey Hive. Not again. Let's check out Hive. Could be somewhere here. It's to the south, medium. Hang on a minute. South from here? Oh, it's going to be like here, right? Okay, so it is Hive. Okay, there we go. Thank God for the Supreme Cube. Lovely item. Can you explain your reasoning when you say very far or far? Like, how far is it really? Well, you can open up one of like the Fiend maps. Where did you send this message from? Oh, YouTube. You can go on Tibia route. I use the Fiendish map on Tibia route. And you can paste in the command that you get.
Hello.
Here it is, insectoid. Look at this. Literally the last monster in the furthest corner of Hive. Anyway, you can use the Fiend map there, and you can put in the distances, like far, very far, and it'll give you an idea. I mean, it's just experience, right? I don't actually know. Oh, here we go. Oh no. Wow, we got a Greater Guardian gem. It's a purple item at least. 114k, but still no soul core. All right, that's 0 and 5. Let's update it. Hello. When is the rebalance news coming? I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Myślisz po polsku czy po angielsku? Do I think in English or Polish? I primarily think in English. Probably 95% of the time. Because I use English about 95% of the time. So that's just my natural language to use. When I'm just hanging out by myself, I'm not talking to anybody. I'm just, sitting on my ass doing nothing. I think in English. The only times I think in Polish is when I'm actively talking in Polish to somebody in Polish. Very far to the northeast. Okay. Looks like maybe Ormond. Very far to the east. Oh, it's Backrigor, isn't it? It's Backrigor or Crater. Okay, this is a dead fiend in that case. I'm not doing this one. No, thank you. All right, let's get out. Let's find one somewhere else. Very far to the southeast. It's probably the same one from here. Looks like we don't have that many fiends active right now. Let's check out maybe, I don't know, Liberty Bay. Far to the northwest. Is it another fucking spike fiend? It's another spike fiend, dude. Oh my god. It's gotta be, right? It could be Goroma. Let me check Goroma. Maybe it's one of those new pirates. Lower level to northeast. Nope, it's Spike. Again, back to Spike we go, boys. Back to Spike we go. Did you know Bubba? No, not really. I know who he is, of course. I mean, legend, but no, I don't know him personally. Do you swear in Polish or English if you stub your toe? That kind of depends on who I'm with. If I'm at home with like my wife and kids, then I'll likely naturally swear in English. If I'm surrounded by Polish people, then I'll throw in a kurwa. But that one depends on who I'm with. God, another damn spike, dude. My God. Oh. There was somebody there. Feel like I got a rush. Oh, here it is. Lost Basher. All right, we got it. Bobber before kurva or just plain kurva? What does that even mean? Oh, do I shout bobber kurva? No, I just shout kurva. We got the soul core. Look at that. We got our first soul core. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Lost Basher soul core. Here we go. All right. Update the tracker. 6-1. All right. We good. We good. Hey, legend. See your guides every overtime. You a legend. Thank you, Alvaro. Thank you. Thank you. Legend. Good you, bro. I know this game is burning you out, but I'm truly grateful for you. Thank you, Greasy. It's only burning me out because I'm waiting for the rebalance. As soon as the rebalance hits, I'm not going to be burnt out. I'm going to be hyped, and I'm going to be streaming and making videos all day, every day, dude. I'm really excited. I'm only burnt out because it's taking so damn long with this stupid rebalance, bro. Did you ever find knowing Polish useful in some real life situation? I mean, I live in Poland, so yeah, it's kind of useful. It's kind of useful. How often did you get a double soul core? I think I've got a double soul core like twice in my life, but that was even before I was tracking the fiends. And since I've been tracking the fiends in the 73 that I've got tracked, I haven't had a single double. I want to be this handsome. Ah, it's a blessing and a curse, you know, being this handsome. People just want to do things for you all the time, you know. You never know if people want to be nice to you because they like you or just because you're handsome. It's hard, dude. It's not all it's not all that good always, you know. Oh, fuck, Northeast is still this shitty one in the far to the northwest. Yo, is there another one in what is there another one in Spike? Was there another one in Spike that I didn't find? Nah. I'm not having it. Okay, no, there isn't one. That's a different. Okay. All right. Can I do a hard soul seal alone on mage level 500 range? Depends on the monster. Yeah, some of them you'll be able to do. You'd be able to like Asura, like those are hard. But yeah, it depends on the one that you want to do. All right, so it is actually not Spike this time. Far to the northwest could be a Gazer, I think. I think I don't have those. No, I do. Could be an Elder Bone Lord. Could be an Elder Bone Lord, and could be a Brain Death as well. Yeah, I think could be a Quara, maybe. I feel like I may have all Quaras done though, because it's unknown, so it has to be something I don't have done. Okay, I think it's probably Elder Bone Lord or Brain Death. I think. Let's see. Good morning, Kuznia. Good morning. Hello. Will you stop playing Monk completely or just sideline for a bit when rebalance comes? Probably just sideline, but I may sideline it for quite a while, to be honest. I expect it's going to take me approximately 12 to 18 months to cover Sorcerer, Paladin, and EK content that I want to do. So, oh shit, it's done. It's killed. Somebody beat me to it, dude. Somebody beat me to it. But there's like no blood. How's this happened? There's no blood. Has anybody ran through here? What's going on? Let me check. I'm confused. Let's see if I can find a body of anything. Yo, it's gone. What? And there's no... What the hell was that fiend? Someone's got it? Well, it was like right here somewhere. Bizarre. Fiery Soul with the 72-man raid. Thank you, Fiery. Hello. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for the raid. We've only got like 10 more minutes. We've only got like 10 more minutes, but thank you very much. Did it despawn? It didn't say it had a despawn. Someone must have killed it, but I don't know what it was then. Because it was like, oh, maybe it was Nargor. Maybe it was like, maybe something in Nargor, like a pirate ghost or something I don't have. I don't know. Weird one, that one. I heard about your adventures with a fiendish book, Fiery. Just like 10 minutes back, we were killing a fiendish burning book in library as well. Jesteś Polska, your English is amazing, like you were born in the UK. Yeah, I mean, I lived in the UK for a long time. I moved to the UK when I was 12 years old, and that was at the very start of when Polish people were emigrating to the UK. It was just after we joined the European Union, which meant that there was no other Polish people in the UK to the school that I went to when I moved there, which meant that I integrated very well, and I basically became one of the Brits, you know, and that was how I managed to pick up the language. And yeah, obviously lived there for like 13 years. I was friends with British people, went to university there. So yeah, the language came with it. Fiendish burning book. Yeah, didn't get anything though. Didn't get anything. Ludovic Quaramantassin on Kalasa. Ah, okay. Now he speaks better British than me. You can't call it British, dude. Oh, come on. British. The famous British language, huh? The famous British language. Yeah. Do you speak Polish with a UK accent nowadays? People say that. Apparently so. Obviously, I don't hear it. I don't know it. But yes, when I speak Polish on stream, when I spoke a bit of Polish on stream a few weeks back, and when I speak to like my colleagues at work, people do say I have a British Polish accent. Yes. Obviously, I don't put it on. That'd be stupid. But apparently, yes. Apparently, yes. Sometimes I can. In it. All right, I think somebody else is doing Fiends, by the way, and I've got distracted now. I've got distracted, so I'm probably not in competition for it. So maybe we're just gonna finish the Fiends. Let me just update this. 73 and 11. 15% core drop rate. Is that good? Is that bad? I don't know. Is that the expected value? I don't actually know what the expected value is. The prisms are so rare though, dude. Did you see that the Beaver of Wisdom is available through Silver Raid tokens now? I did. In fact, somebody did mention it. Yep. It's a fake though. It's a fake, dude. It's Beaver from Temu, so not that bothered. I still got the original. Do I have it here or do I have it on? I don't actually remember if I have it here or if I left on Nevia. Let me check. Let me check my house. If I have it, it's going to be in my house. Try putting on heavy British accent while speaking Polish. I'm not good at accents. I've said this before. I never, ever, ever try to put on any accents because whenever I put on accents, they always come out Indian. Like I think I left the Beaver on Nevia. Let me double check. Whenever I do accents, they come out Indian, and then people just think I'm racist, dude. So I don't. So I don't do accents because it doesn't matter if I'm trying. Yeah, it's here. Here's my Beaver of Wisdom. Doesn't matter if I'm doing a Scottish accent, if I'm doing English accent, Polish accent, they all just morph into Indian accents. So no, you will not get me to do an accent on stream. On which server do you play? So I used to play Nevia until the bounties came out in the winter update, but I love bounties and I do bounties like all the time. And doing bounties on Nevia sucks because there's way too many people. So I prefer to play on a less populated server, which meant I transferred my main character to Kalanta, and now I get to share Kalanta with Fiery Soul. There you go. Zuna is nice to bounties. Yeah, so I've heard. Zuna is pretty nice for bounties. Not gonna go for it though. Not gonna go for it. I think I'll stick to Kalanta. If Kalanta gets too popular, I may move to Bravoria, which just opened the other day. On the other hand, I'm a little concerned that Bravoria is due for a merge, potentially even with Kalanta. So it seems kind of pointless to be transferring to Bravoria right now. We'll see. No rebalance info at all yet. Nope. No rebalance just yet. Nevia is your first Tibia server. Yeah, Nevia is a great server for beginners, for community, but it's kind of busy. What skill is my low-level EK? So I have 2 EKs. I have a Kuznia Baby Knight. This is going to be the knight that we'll be playing after Rebalance, by the way, when we do decide to play it. So at the moment, he is level 51, and he has a 99, almost 100 sword. So that is like pretty good. I think that's pretty good sword for guides because, you know, it's not like 80 where it's just like irrelevant, but it's also not like 120 where it's OP, right? It's kind of good benchmark for like reliable guides. So this is who we're going to be playing when we do EK content after the Rebalance. Hello, dude. Glad to see you are back streaming on YouTube. Hey, Vida. Long time no see. Yep, I'm a multi-streamer now. Multi-streaming. One sec. Ooh, I may have a little bit more time to stream. Give me a second. I just got some messages from my wife. Yeah, good news. Good news. My kids. Okay. Phrasing it as good news makes me sound kind of heartless. Good news. My kids aren't going to be home for a bit longer. Yes. Point is, my kids are, in fact, not going to be home for a little bit longer, which means good news for you. We can keep the stream going for an extra maybe 15 or 20 minutes, something like that. Great news. Kuja, do you think MS will be more powerful than Monk? I mean, I think it's still going to depend on level range. I don't know. I can't answer that now. Can't answer that until I've actually played for a bit on the test server. Maybe next week I'll know a bit better. Crypt Strike better for Cobras, Asura than Solkamas. For Cobras, I don't think so. For Asuras, maybe. For Asuras, it's close. For Cobras, I don't think so. I think for Cobras, you still want Solkamas. They didn't announce that they unlocked the server. They announced that they opened Bravoria for transfers. If you're talking about Bravoria. By the way, I'm joining the Dad Gamer Club. We are having our first baby September. Congrats. Congrats, Vida. Best of luck. Hope all goes well. Nice job. Which Tibia city would you consider the most premium house-wise? Ooh, that's interesting. Probably, well, Thais has those sort of the prime real estate, right? The key houses and price in Thais by Depot, very, very popular, very expensive. But the rest is kind of garbage, right? You're gonna have you've got those 3-4 houses just around Depot, north of Depot and west of Depot, and they're very valuable. Outside of that, you know, kind of garbage. On the other hand, you've got lots of houses in Darasha and in Edron, I would say, which are very nice. I think on average, Darasha and Edron has the best houses. Thais has like some of the most valuable ones, but the rest of Thais is kind of garbage, I would say. What do you prefer to play? Right now, I prefer playing the Monk. Once the test server hits and we test everything out, I have no idea. What do I think about magic level in Knight? It's relevant skill magic level? No, I don't. I mean, it's nice to have a little bit more healing for the magic level, but I don't think it's really valuable enough to be investing in magic level training. Never saw a smile like that after wife news. He's running late. Horrible, horrible, horrible stuff. Stop it. Stop it. I really like Isavi houses. I'm never in Isavi, you know. That's maybe I'm not so fussed about Isavi. You know what? Let's just relog to Sorcerer for a bit. I'm kind of just moping, standing in Depot, so let's fuck it off and log on to Sorcerer for a bit. See what's up. Where was I? So what was? Oh yeah. So right now on my Sorcerer, I'm doing like Adept bounties, and while I'm doing Adept bounties, I'm like doing a bunch of bestiaries here. I've got tons and tons to do. I've picked up like 500 bestiary points in like the past 3 days. But yeah, I'm basically kind of doing bounties and bestiaries while doing it. I'm focusing on the bestiary progress only. As you can see, I haven't upgraded anything else, so I'm just basically using this bounty talisman as a way to progress. Bestiary and practice MS a little bit. Was fun playing for Luna together. You remember me? Of course I remember. Of course I remember you. Of course I remember Ed. I wouldn't remember that the server was called for Luna, but of course I recognize you. We played League of Legends a bit as well, right? Of course I remember. Of course. Nice to see you. Hello. The most beautiful city in whole Tibia or region? Oh god. Beautiful. It's kind of a I don't know if I would call anything beautiful, but let's have a quick look. I don't know. I quite like Port Hope actually. I quite like the jungle aesthetic. Quite like it. Quite like it. I popped up on your front page on Twitch actually. Oh, okay. Didn't think I'd be hitting the front page of Twitch, but okay. Good to know. Thank you. Well, nice to see you. Do you still play Tibia, Ed? Or not anymore? Would I ever unlock Gut Free as one of your first miners? Personally, no, because I am not particularly profit motivated. I go for like combat stuff. So all my minor charms are, I have tier 2 Vamp and Void, and I have Fatal Hold. This is the wrong character. Let me relog. I was thinking, why do I have T2 Void and Vamp? Nah, I have T3, Void, and Vamp. Those are the best ones, in my opinion. I also have Cleanse, Tier 2, which I quite like, especially for heavy paralyzed respawns, such as Under Dragon Seal. I have T2 Fatal Hold, which is very nice for Hands of Cursed Fate at Puman. And then I have a Tier 1 Cripple, Adrenaline Burst, and Void Inversion. And if I had to be honest, I would probably remove those. I don't like Adrenaline Burst, I don't like Cripple, and I don't... Void Inversion is okay. I don't really care that much for it. I think I would probably remove these 3, and I would maybe put them into Gut at this point. But I do think Void Skull, Vampiric Embrace, Cleanse, and Fatal Hold, those 4 are much, much better than Gut. So once you get those to a level that you're happy with, then you can probably skip over, then you can move over to Gut. Thank you very much for the Prime Sub. Perfect clarity. Appreciate it. Thank you. No, you haven't played since Faluna. Okay. All right. See you later, Ed. If you ever want to chat, hit me up on Discord. Yeah, it's been a long time. Nice to see you. Have you heard about the theory of dead internet? Will that ever reach Tibia? If bots are allowed back in Tibia, then sure, but not for a long time. Would you rather T2 your chest or your boots? I have T3 Sanguine pants. The thing is with boots, boots are only really worth it if you have a lot of high tiers like everywhere else. If you only have tier 3 pants, no, I wouldn't be going for tier 2 boots just to boost the tier 3 pants by like a tiny bit. No. Boots you get if you have every other piece of equipment already tiered to like T2 or T3. Isn't Void Inversion goated on the Grime Leech? If you need the mana, sure. If you're an EK, Void Inversion is very good. On Monk, I don't have mana issues anyway, so kind of doesn't matter, you know? Now that you play Sorcerer, I can finally ask you the question. I haven't been playing that much, so before I read the rest of the question, let me tell you, I haven't been playing that much Sorcerer. If you want to tier any item of your set, which one would it be? Oh, probably Helmet. Or the weapon. Oh. Somebody was waiting for me there. Weapon or helmet on a sorcerer? I don't know. Both, to be honest. I mean, you've got the Arcano, whatever. You've got the Sanguine Coil, right? And the Arcanomancer Regalia. Neither of those, I think, is getting replaced anytime soon. So I'd probably be tiering both of them. I think they're about similar value to me. Do you regret selling your tier 3 crypt? Well, I don't regret it. Like, I wish I held on to it for a bit longer. I still would have sold it, but I thought that the rebalance would be here sooner. I didn't realize I'd still be months without my crypt strike, you know? The Tipsoft is taking the piss. They're taking way too long. That's the main problem. I would have been happy selling it, but I'd rather maybe I waited an extra month or two. Weapon better than helmet for sorcerer? I don't have an opinion, to be super honest. I don't really know. I don't have an opinion yet. What level would you say it's safe to do secret library part to get bone fiddle for duo, EK, and ED? Okay. Whoa, it's actually free, dude. This is Nevia and Giant Spiders Port Hope are actually free. What level to do Bone Fiddle Soul as a duo? I think 400. You could probably do it around 400, I'd say. I mean, if you really know what you're doing, right? Maybe you could do it a little earlier, but yeah, I think 400. It should be okay. Just don't run. Just don't run in too deep and have like 15 Asuras after you, because then you're gonna die. Will you stop playing Monk because of the rebalance? Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna stop playing the Monk because of rebalance, not because it's getting weaker, it's getting stronger, but it's just not gonna change all that much. And I think for content creation and for fun, for me, you know, trying something different is gonna be better and more fun, you know? It's not that the Monk is getting weaker or anything, it's just that I think it's gonna be more fun to try something else. Slowly understanding charms, which I'm really enjoying. Yeah, charms are great. They do scale a little too hard on high levels, but regardless, yeah, charms and bestiary overall is very, very fun. Would you prefer to play Monk or MS? I find Monk a lot easier. The way the Monk waves and spells work for solo gaming is much, much better. The waves that the Monk has are, you know, way, way better. So it's much more comfortable. And it still requires some skill, but I don't think Monk is all that difficult. Ah, first failed. Beam. Monk is super universal. Yep. Can fit into any role, really. I think we're going to overkill, by the way. We're almost certainly going to overkill. Looks like there's about 35 giant spiders per lap. Yeah, 35. So we need 4 laps, more or less. 120, right? Yeah, just under 4 laps. Yeah, let's just wait for respawn because it's not going to be that fast unless Port Hope is boosted, but I don't think so. No. I'd prefer tiering weapons first. You'll use Sanguine Coil in almost every respawn, whereas Helmet you will likely be switching depending on spawn for resistances. Yeah, that is a negative of the Sorcerer and Druid, right? You have so many items, you do switch all your items except the weapon, depending on the spot, right? True, that's a fair point. Yeah, the weapon is more universal indeed. Plus it's Sanguine, so it's more recent, so it's less likely to be replaced anytime soon, right? Aren't EDs getting a spell like a chain? Maybe. The problem with the ED is they're only getting one of each element, one earth and one ice, which means, you know, you can't use earth and ice at most respawns at the same time. So you're likely only going to be able to use that fork spell, either the ice one or the earth one. And assuming it's got like 6 to 8 seconds cooldown, it's not really going to be that impactful, right? Sorcerers are going to be fun because they only need one element to work at a respawn, and all of their spells are going to be of that element. For the druid, you still kind of rely on having to use runes and ice and earth. I'd rather they added like this elemental affinity for the druid as well to be able to switch between ice, earth, and maybe physical spells. I'll be right back. I just need to get a bit of water. I'm almost sure that from 220 people watching now, minimum half a Polish. On Kick, absolutely. On Kick, Mauricy, on Kick, it's like even more. On Kick, about 80% people watching are Polish. On YouTube and on Twitch, I'm multi-streaming, remember? On YouTube and on Twitch, it's way different. On Twitch, it's like, let's have a look how many viewers we have on Twitch right now. 220. So on Twitch, it's about 30% Polish and about 70% non-Polish. And on YouTube, I don't know because I don't get. I think actually it's about 30% Polish and 70% non-Polish as well. One sec. I'm just going over text from the wife. I need to get the oven on. I'll be right back. All right, sorry. Just, duty calls. Yeah, got the oven on. Gonna get the dinner in so that when the kids get back, the food is nice and ready. We watching Kick, they have the most money. True. Yeah, Kick does pay most per viewer, plus there's no ads, right? It's always nice indeed. I mean, as a viewer myself, I will normally go and watch on Kick as well. Dinner just before bed. Well, it's 4:40 p.m. We're gonna eat at about 5:40 p.m. Or 5:30, 6 p.m. or so. That's when we eat dinner. Yeah, and then before bed at like 8 p.m. they'll get some fruit, like a banana, some strawberries, stuff like that. Yeah, Maurice, I do get that sometimes. I know people say that. But I try, at least for the guides that I'm going to make after Rebalance, I'm going to try and record them, make sure that I record them on characters with like average skills, because I know some people will watch my videos and they'll say like, oh, he's got 120 skill, that's why I can't match the result and stuff. And that always annoys me because I don't think that's true. I don't think that's why people can't match the results. So yeah, for the updated guides after Rebalance, I'm going to be doing my best to only use characters with average skills. I hope that's going to help people not acting like that's the only reason they can't match my results, Best in slot equipment, overskilled character. Best in slot equipment, I think, is fine. I mean, unless it's like tier 5 gear type of deal. And actually, that's another thing. I'm not going to have any tiered equipment for those characters for the guys. I'll always have tier 0 and everything. So again, that's not an excuse either, right? Oh, that was a nice beam. Getting better. Spoiler alert, people will complain anyways, I know. But I do at least try and give them as few reasons to complain as possible, Why give people extra excuses, Kuznia for learning, Stroiner for fun? Yeah, I think that's fair. I think, yeah, it's very different content, right? Agreed. I mean, I love watching Stroiner myself. When I like watching Stroiner and I like watching Avalanche from Polish streamers. Those are the two Polish streamers that I actually enjoy watching a fair amount. I don't always see eye to eye with Avalanche's community, so I don't get that involved in the community itself. I tend to stay away and just watch the stream. But I do enjoy his stream. I do like Avalanche's personality, his community. Sometimes not so much, but that's okay. But Stroiner, I do really like as well. Like he's just very funny. I really like watching his streams. He's very, very funny. Even if the sheer skill maybe is not always there. If someone has 102 acts and they're watching you with 130 acts, of course they cannot match it. Absolutely. Yep. Of course. Now, I get that. I get that. But you know what? You know what, Bubbles? For some people, that will be a fair argument. But lots of time, like there was one particular case. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I'll give you an idea of what the comment was like. So I recorded a video on like a level 400 with 120 skill. Okay. And some guy came in the comment and he said he is level 600, 110 skill. And the only reason why he can't match my numbers is because I have 10 more skill, even though I had 200 levels less, right? This is the sort of delusion that people have, right? I mean, that is crazy. Like the 200 levels give you way more power than like the 10 skill, right? It's crazy. But this is the thing, like I just don't want to give the people any excuse, right? So I'm going to use as average characters as I possibly can. Who is the best solo EK that you know? I mean, I don't track people all that much to really know who's like best EK and whatnot. I know for a fact that Tom from my Discord, he is like the maths guy and the numbers guy. I know for a fact that he is extremely good. He streams sometimes. His name is Kikero. Kikero Tibia is his Twitch. Don't know if you've heard of him. He doesn't stream very much. He's not like a big time streamer or anything. But I can tell you for a fact that his skill level is very, very, very high. And yeah, the rebalance, yeah, as far as my guides go, after the rebalance, I'm planning to basically remake all of my guides, right? What I'm gonna do is whenever I record a new place from scratch after the rebalance, I'm gonna be like unlisting the old video from pre-rebalance. And over time, I hope to replace all the videos with new stuff for after rebalance. What does PG mean? It means power gaming. Trying to follow level 100 to 150 guide on my first character when you have full powerful imbuements, 110 plus skill and tiered items is kind of hard. I'm not sure if I have much tiered items on my low level characters. I think the only tiered item that I may have is like tier 1 spike sword on my mage guys, but that costs like 25k, so that's not a fair point. And powerful imbuements, I mean, every guide you make in this game these days has to assume powerful imbuements because 90% of people use powerful imbuements, and you kind of gimping yourself if you're not using powerful imbuements. So out of all the guys that I've made, the only ones that I'll concede that the skills were unrealistic and I kind of wish I didn't have them back then is my early EK guides, because that was like a level 300 EK with like 125 skill. And you know what? Today, in 2026, I don't even think that that's crazy. Like loads of people have that kind of skill these days. Back then, it was very high and it was a little inflated. But these days, I don't even think it would be that big of a deal. Nevertheless, for all my future guides, I will try to use, more average skills around like 105, 110, so that people can't use that as an excuse. Even under level 150, yeah, people use imbues from like level 50. Yeah, you can PG. Power gaming just means playing as effectively and doing the absolute most experience that you can on a given character. Like Picture says, you can PG on a level 8 because you can be doing twice as much experience as someone else on a level 8, who's playing more casually, right? It's a state of mind, It's your approach to the game. It's your approach to how you play. And you know what? I would love to see Team Hunt places, guys. That would be nice. Yeah, you're not going to see that from me. Sorry. I have a job. I have 2 young kids. I don't have the flexibility in my life to play Team Hunt. Definitely not enough to get comfortable with them to make guides. So yeah, I'm not gonna be much of a Team Hunter probably ever. Maybe in like 10 years when the kids are older, if Tibia's still going. Still not convinced they're gonna fix mage solo gameplay. We shall see. We'll see on the test server. I'm gonna give it a go for sure. Haven't played Tibia for probably over 6 or 7 years. I have a 600 EK. How is solo playing as EK nowadays? It's getting better and better, much and more comfortable. There's going to be a big rebalance in the next few weeks, and it's going to be even better. You're going to get great mana potions. You're going to get better healing. So EK is going to be very, very comfortable after the rebalance in a few weeks. Pension House, PG. There's more giant spiders southeast from here. What are you talking about? I went to this room, if that's what you mean. I did go down there and clear them. Is there some more somewhere else? I don't think so. Any chances on profit-focused guides? I mean, I make guides from all sorts of places, right? When I make guides, I make guides for both profit and EXP places. I don't make a guide like this is the best way to make profit, period. No, I just make guides from every single place. What you can do is you'll be able to go in Tibia, pal. You'll be able to go on the vocation of your choosing, and you'll be able to sort by profit. And that is my way of making profit-focused guides, right? I don't make a special video for profit. I just make guides for every place, and I publish the results, and you can just sort and find what is most profitable, right? And what's nice about the rebalance and me remaking all the guides, I'm going to be able to account for the profit from the weekly deliveries, because almost all of my guides at the moment were, recorded before the weekly deliveries, and this doesn't actually account for all the profit increases in a bunch of places that came with the weekly deliveries. So it's going to be good to update the profits as well as the results because of the rebalance. Obviously, it's going to be a long project. It takes, between 4 and 6 months, in my experience, to record everything that I want to record for a given vocation. So yeah, it'll be a long project. Crypt Strike or Soul Mass for Inferniarchs now? I don't know. I think still Soul Mass. I'd have to check the resistances. From the top of my head, perfect clarity, I don't know. Let me... you dropped the sub 16 minutes ago, so just for you as a thank you, I'll actually stop and... Shit, I can't do it. Okay, fine. I was going to check my bestiary, but I don't have shit here for Inferniarchs. Let me look it up on Wiki. Go on. Aslan Castle. Let me look up the resistances and just check and let you know. Because I don't remember the resistances from the top of my head. Okay, so Broodrider Inferniarch has 100 physical, 105 energy. Gorger has 105 energy, 100 physical, and Sin Eater 110 energy, 105 physical. Okay, so its energy is 5% better for all 3 monsters. That makes it basically no difference in that case, because the proficiency of Crypt Strike basically is approximately 5% more damage through the physical element. So Solkamas versus Crypt Strike at Aslan Castle, honestly, I think makes no difference. You can use whichever one you want, and I don't know, maybe need some proficiency for something like that. I really would wish you earn your money just from doing Tibia content, no more job. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know what? I kind of suffer in a way. Have you heard of the concept of the golden handcuffs? I suffer a little bit from that. I happen to have a pretty damn good job. That is good enough that it's not very realistic I will ever quit it to make content, right? I'd have to be like a huge streamer YouTuber for me to consider giving up all the benefits of having a full-time job and pension contributions and medical insurance just to play Tibia. The safety of a full-time job that is good is, very, very important, especially as I have a family and kids. So, it's great, right? It's a good problem to have, of course, but it does mean that I'm unlikely to go full-time content creation unless, I lose my job for some reason. In what field do you work? I work in finance. I work finance and software engineering. I'm a hybrid of a mathematical modeler. I write mathematical models to value investments, let's say, but I'm also the software engineer responsible for writing the code, for publishing that code to our users, deploying it, testing it, managing it. I'm basically a hybrid of a mathematician and a software developer. That explains the min-maxing of numbers in Tibia. Yep, somewhat. Yeah, for sure. Let me do a quick. Let me finish this bounty. See what we get. Adept of the Cult, Cult Believer, Efreet. I do have cults to do. I have been meaning to do cults, but if I recall correctly, Yalahar cults are just unhuntable on Nevia. I would probably have to go to Garoma. I think it's just unhuntable on Nevia. Maybe you will work for Tipsoft. I'm not going to work for Tipsoft unless they change the requirements for the job. They have two requirements. One of them is speaking German, which I don't, and I don't plan to learn. And the second one is you have to move and work from the office in whatever city they are in Germany. Again, also no. So Yalahar cults are fine in the morning. Well, it's not the morning, but yeah, that's a fair point. That's another one. No, and Krachman is a Ankh sucks. Well, it's kind of small. I could just roll. I mean, I have 9 rolls. I could see if I get something better. You can come here. I teach you German if you teach me Polish. Well, I'm not interested. No, I'm not interested. What are the top 3 additions to Tibia the last few years, would you say? Monk. I love the Monk vocation. Absolutely changed the game for me. I love the bounty system, which is exactly what we're doing right now. This really gives you, adds a lot of variety to the gameplay if you so choose to pursue bounties. And third, I would maybe say the quick loot on the hotkey. I no longer need to loot. I have a loot button on my hotkey and I'm just running around pressing that button. I don't need to worry about looting. So that probably those, maybe. Go Yalahar. Bujnia, what valuation techniques do you use? Actually, I'm more in the risk side of things. I mostly do stuff about VAR, like value at risk methodologies, and basically estimating risk of a particular investment rather than value in investments themselves. Why unhuntable bots? Yeah, it's just Nevia is super popular, and there's all right. Let's go and check for science. Let's check for science how many people we're gonna see at Yalahar cults at 5 p.m. on a Friday. I'd love auto loot in real Tibia like Igua has. Agreed. I would love that. I would love that too. Not sure if we're ever going to get it. It's like too OT like, you know? I think for Tipsoft. I do like it too, though. Wait, what's bounty? Is it like the old prey system? Just read up about it. It's you just get random monsters to kill that you get rewards for, that you get like permanent bonuses for, like damage, life leech, loot, bestiary. Just read up about the bounty system. It's easier if you just read up about it. It's quite complex. It's an amazing system to provide variety to the game. So let's have a look. Straight away, we see some fresh bodies. Clearly, somebody's already hunting here. Let's have a look inside. Ooh, oh no. Yes, somebody is still hunting here. It's not too bad, though. To be fair, it's not too bad. I'm probably going to roll it. I'll just select it just in case it's good, but I think I'm probably going to roll it and not bother. Dzień dobry. Hello. A lot of OT-like things eventually come to the game. Absolutely, I agree. I just think this one is maybe a little bit too much. There you go. Here we go. Level 62 Paladin, unpromoted. All right, let's have a look. Anyone else? He had a Polish outfit, white red outfit. Look at that. Looks like he may be the only one here, actually. Maybe it's all right. Bot? I don't think it's a bot. I don't think you'd be botting here on a 60 Paladin, would you? Weird. I'm not sure that that's a bot. I feel like botting here on a 60, level 60 Paladin is kind of silly. If I remember correctly, my 600 EK has like 115 axe. Is that something I should care about? I mean, it's nice. That's a fine skill. It means you don't need to be buying a new character, I would say. Could just be some guy playing. Yeah, absolutely, it could. I mean, I don't think that's necessarily a bot. I wouldn't have thought so. Farming belts, can't afford promotion. I think there is somebody else here, though. I don't think that level 60 Paladin is hunting the bottom floor here. I feel like there's probably someone else here somewhere. Maybe they run out. Nah, I don't want to do this, dude. I don't like cults. I'll do it. Cults I could maybe do on Rapid or something. Or maybe go Garoma. Should we go Garoma? I don't know, maybe. I don't like Yalahar. Let's Garoma is best for adepts and for acolytes. Obviously, you're not going to get any enlightened or novices there, unfortunately. Go Liberty Bay behind the piano. Oh, that is nostalgia. I don't have access, though, probably on this. Actually, I don't know if I do or not. I could just buy the... I could buy the music sheets, I suppose. The mines. Yeah, mines are kind of okay as well. You know what? Now that you mentioned it, there is a lot of cult respawns in the game, right? There's a lot of cult respawn, dude. Where did you hunt on your monk on Igua OT from 450? Oh, God. I've kind of stopped thinking about it now. Oh, 450. I think Overworld was pretty good. I think Deathlings were pretty good as well in Olden and on the Marshgate. Maybe Upper Rosh as well. Yeah, something like that. Imagine, man, with you and the team, next vocation rebalancing will take 50% less time. I don't know. I mean, Tipsoft clearly is a good company to work for. If they dropped those requirements, if they had like a full remote job or like contractor type role where they would, hire me to work on them for them, like after in the evenings and stuff, doing some testing and stuff, I'd totally be up for it. But no, I don't want to move to Germany or learn German. How do you think Paladin going to be after the rebalance? Paladin, impossible to say until we see the new spells. Still don't know anything about the new spells. So I have no idea, dude. I have no idea. Dude, I don't know if I want to go here. Nah, fuck it. I think we roll it. 185. It's a high count. And it's bronze. It's not even a silver or a gold. I think we just fuck it off. I don't want to do it. So go Griffin. Nope. Lost Soul. Nah. Ghost would be okay, but I don't actually care about the points. I care about bestiary, and I have Ghost done. So yeah, I'm not farming bounties here. I'm doing bestiaries and progressing, like just getting used to playing the monk. So I getting used to playing the sorceress. I'm not actually bothered about this one. Not bothered about the bounty points. So I'm going to roll this one as well. Werebear. I think I don't have were creatures. Werebear would be good. Let's have a look. Oh no, I do. Ooh. I do have those, but I don't have Badger and Fox. Oh, we could do a bit of this. And while we're there, we could maybe finish the werebears as well. That's kind of interesting. Fox sucks. I mean, if you go Edron, it's not too bad. You can do like 500 an hour on this level. Yeah, we can maybe progress that a little bit. Be fun enough. Where even would you go for Lost Soul Bestiary? On a sorcerer? I don't know. I mean, Dark Torturer's Inquisition is a good one. You've got the Oromond Mountain Hideout, which is also pretty good. But I don't know if either of those really work for the sorcerer. Adept. Yeah, I'm doing Adept Marauder because I'm focusing on doing bestiaries, and I have lots and lots of beginner and of easy and medium bestiaries to do. So I like rolling Adept. I'm not doing it for optimizing bounty points. I'm doing it for optimizing my bestiaries. And actually, if I'm doing beginners, I'd rather get an Adept like 200 kill count that I can benefit from the extra bestiary. For that, I know I'm well aware that Adept overall is sucky, but it is actually okay for this kind of bestiary purpose, you know? Oh, here we go. Already someone hunting here. What's the way to remove that initial delay when walking? You have, if you go into options, controls, it's literally on the first menu. You've got keyboard delay. I've got mine on 165. That's probably what you mean. I got claim, bro. Ah, it's just... God damn it, Nevia, dude. There's not very many werebears here now that I think about it, right? It's going to be pretty long. If we have the bestiaries for werefoxes and stuff anyway, I guess we may as well stick it out. What do you want to play if not monk? Will be... Oh, God. They're Grimvale -5. I know they are Grimvale -5, but I actually wanted to do bestiary progress on the badgers and the foxes, right? I came here because I wanted to do those while I was doing some werebears. Well, I think it's a fool's errand. Too many people here on Nevia. Yeah, exactly. Hey, hello, Kai. Welcome back. Great to see you again. Hello. You said in the past that rune usage was what stopped you playing RP. Isn't it a problem for you with MS? No, because the problem with Paladin and runes was that it was blocking cooldowns for auto attacks and for healing and for using potions. On MS, I don't really care that much about auto attacks, not as much. And also, I barely use any potions because, you know, leech is enough to keep my mana up, so it doesn't really matter on a sorcerer. On Paladin, runes are a pain in the ass. But anyway, those are hopefully going away with the rebalancing. You can go Cormea. Yeah, Masharati, that's a good point. Cormea may actually be okay. It's probably going to be too small, though. I feel like I may overkill it. Let's have it. Let's check it. Let's check it. Yeah, you fair point. Cormea may be actually okay. Then a really stupid way to go around instead of using the shortcut for Edron, but whatever. Do you know why after 1 hour the loot is starting to go back? It's because Tipsoft bugged it. It's broken and bugged out. So yeah, the hunt analyzer is broken right now. They'll fix it. Preyage, full spell rotation, RP fucking runes. Fingers crossed indeed. That's what I'm hoping for as well. Hi, Kuznia. Can you tell, will Elite Knight be good for back to Tibia and play solo after rebalance? Yes. That's exactly what he's going to be really good at. He's going to be really good for beginners or like people coming back. Absolutely. It's going to be very, very comfortable. Yes, Kogushek. If you're coming back to Tibia, play EK after rebalance, definitely. All right, let's see how we're doing with the werebears here. I don't think there's still that many, though. Let's have a look. Yeah, adept bounties are a little sus sometimes, especially on a server like Nevia where there's so many people in this level range. Grimvale has no badges. Yep. I'm gonna have to finish soon. Ah. What's so special in crit imbuing? It's only, I mean, that only a 5, it's more or less a 5% damage increase, but like 5% damage increase, first of all, is huge. In a game with infinite scaling, 5% damage is like a huge bonus. Think about how much people pay for like a fatal tier in the weapon, and that gives you like way less than 5%. So that's one consideration. Second consideration is the extra 5% damage also gives you lots more leech, and having lots more leech, especially on like a monk, paladin, and EK, is extremely valuable for survivability. So even you may think, oh, I'd rather have an extra leech, but actually the crit also gives you a lot more leech, right? So yeah, I mean, crit is amazing. It is really good. It's not like, you know, it's not like it's a must-have on like a level 80 or level 100 or whatever, but it sure is nice. Are you tired of Monk overall? A little bit. Like, I've been playing it for like a year, right? I mean, I've been playing it for a long time. It's time for a bit of a change, although I do think he's going to be very, very fun in Team Hunt after the rebalance. So I may still play him every now and then. And yeah, especially for some Team Hunt, if someone wants to take me to a Team Hunt, I'll definitely consider it every now and then. That crit is worth over 4 Grand Sanguine weapons. Yeah, there you go. For comparison, yeah, crit is very, very nice. For a level 80 respawn, your health sure goes down. I'm not focusing. I can't be bothered. I'm getting out, dude. I got to finish in a minute anyway. Been streaming long enough, so we'll hop out and get the dinner in. Maybe Edrin -2 is better. Maybe, but I'm just a little bit tired. Let me just put the dinner in the oven. I'll be back in a sec, and then we'll probably finish in a few minutes. Where do I live? I live in Wrocław, Poland. All right. Let me go back on the Monk. What are you cooking? Well, I wouldn't really call it cooking. The food was prepared earlier in the day. I just put it in the oven. It's some pasta with chicken and spinach and tomatoes. Do we get to know the new druid spells tomorrow? Tomorrow's Saturday, so no. Hopefully next week. Cool idea with Liama's posts, but is it? Oh, did it work? By the way, apparently there was a CM post. There was a CM post today. Let me check if it worked on the server. Aha! Looks like it worked. Lovely. Oh, let me see what the Liama's post was earlier. Dear Tibians, thank you for your lively discussions. We're sticking with 3 test servers. Okay, he's saying Oceania won't get any special test server. Okay, nothing. The message from Liamas today is nothing. Boring stuff. He didn't really share anything interesting. Hour 4 waiting to get unbanned. You may be waiting a lot longer, all right? Do you eat dinner at 5 o'clock? Yeah. Basically, yeah. I eat breakfast at like 10 a.m. Then I have lunch at 1 p.m. Then I eat dinner at like 5, 6, and that's it. Those are my free meals. At this point, they'll release the note with the test server opening, but that's really stupid because that's what I always expected them to do. But then they said like, oh, they're going to share the details before the test server. Dude, if you're going to drop it like 2 hours before the test server, that's not really that useful. I hope, I mean, look, I've predicted so many things over the past few months that I dread to make another prediction, but here we go. I'm going to make one more, one more prediction. I predict that they are going to drop the note with the changes on Monday, and the test server will open either on the Tuesday or Wednesday next week. All right. Here's my prediction. I've been wrong so many times, so I have no hope. But yeah. Here we go. Where on Paladin 380 solo I would earn the most now? I don't remember mode. It's a book world is probably good. Warzone 4, Warzone 5, Warzone 6 probably good. I don't remember those kind of places. Druid solo dead. Yeah, I mean it just doesn't look like it's gonna be all that much better. We eat at 9, 10 p.m. Oh my god. Nah, I like doing sort of intermittent fasting light. You know, it's not like a proper intermittent fasting where people, you know, eat one meal a day and they skip for 23 hours. But I like to start my food quite late in the day, so like 10, 11 a.m., and then finish my food at like 5, 6 p.m. It gives you like 16 hours between dinner and the breakfast the next day. And I think that's quite good for your body in general, rather than just constantly eating. If you eat at like 10 p.m. dinner, then you're eating your breakfast, you know, 11 hours later, right? Maybe it's not predictions. On a double EXP weekend, they've done that before. They've done that before, and you know, doing the test server on a double experience weekend may mean that there's less traffic on real Tibia servers, so it's not going to be as big of a problem for people on Secura and Antica. You know, maybe it's 5 head from Tipsoft. They want people to play on the test server instead of on the double experience, so that the servers aren't full. There you go. Breakfast, skip breakfast, late supper, next meal is dinner. That works. That works as well. That works. Yeah, I mean, kids, you don't need to eat with your kids. I don't eat breakfast with my kids. My kids eat breakfast at like 7:30 a.m., dude. They wake up, they get out of bed, and they're like, food. So I'm not gonna eat at 7:30 a.m., you know? All right. I wanna finish. My voice is going. I wanna finish, have some dinner. So yeah, I'm not planning to stream until we get some news now. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when the news drop. I really, really think there's going to be some news next week. So I hope I'll see you all next week, but I'm taking a break now until we actually get some news, dude. According to my prediction, see you on Monday. Yes, that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for, but all right, let's see who's on Twitch. If we can raid out to somebody on Twitch, anybody I know. Adold is streaming. Let's go to Adold. Here we are. What's Adold doing? Let's check what he's doing. He is playing. Looks like he's playing real Tibia. He's on Warzone 3 with a level 755 sorcerer. Hey, that's cool. We can go to Adold. That's good content. Okay. On Twitch, let me send you all to Adold. Say hello from me. And for everybody else, thank you very much for watching. Love you all so much. We'll be back when there's some news on Rebalance. All right, we're gonna be back streaming when there's some news on the Rebalance. I hope that's Monday. Could be Tuesday. Could be Wednesday. Could be a month from now. I don't bloody know. I have no idea what's going on, but surely it's got to be soon. Okay. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. People on Twitch, enjoy. Adold, great guy, and everybody else. Yes, I'll see you. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.